crazy. Chat on here. Some live chat. How can I write on here? Let me see. Super chat. Let me go to super chat. All right, let me do super chat. How can I write on here? Rashidi Ellis has some fast hands. Super fast hands, man. But he doesn't look like he'll be able to clip he doesn't look like he'll be able to clip what's his name? Boots Ennis. I think Boots Ennis would be too much for him. Rashidi Ellis had to hold his ground. He's not holding his ground, man. Looking to check. Okay. Man, you know, I can't see anything going on here, man. I may have to go back to my damn computer. Hey, type something, let me see. Because I'm not seeing anybody's messages, top chat. I'm not seeing anything on here. I don't know why I can't see. I don't know why I can't see what people are typing, man. How y'all doing out there? Let me walk back here. Because I can't see. Let me see if it shows up on my computer, man. This is what's frustrating out here. Let me see if this showing up on my computer. Let's see. If I go here, create, see, go live. I'm live right now. Okay, everybody came off. Hey, type something, man, because I'm not seeing anything, man. It's not showing up on my camera. Say something. Got 3 viewers, that's cool. Demetrius Andre, he may need to stay at 160. Okay, good. Yeah, for some reason, okay, there we go. Okay, it's working. Okay, I just can't, I'm doing it from my phone, and it's frustrating. I can't reply to you from my phone, man. But at least you can hear me, and that's good enough. All right, so I'm gonna go back in here and sit down and watch the fight. That's good, because your message came through over the phone. Did you guys watch the Andre fight? You think Andre needs to stay at 168, or you think he needs to move down? Rashidi Ellis is fighting right now. But he kind of reminds me of Adrian Broner. Looks real tight. You know, he got some good. He has good combinations, but he just looks really tight. He reminds me of like a young Adrian Broner. He's going straight back too. That's a problem, man. And yeah, that was a knockdown that didn't count 100. Yeah, that was a knockdown. That was a knockdown. I agree with you 100%, man. But I also saw when Andre, I don't know if it was the fifth or sixth round, when he got jabbed in his right side, the jab hit him in his eye. That shot looked like it buzzed him a little bit. So if Andre is going to come out here and try to tackle these guys at 168, I don't know about getting them David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, Jamal Charlo. I'm just not sure he's going to fare very well because those guys can crack, man. You know what I'm saying? As much as I like Andre, it could be an uphill battle for him. It could be a real uphill battle for him, man. Yeah. So let's do it like that. Let me see something, man. Hey, Ellis, where you located, man? You stateside? Let me see, man. Are you stateside? I know we have a lot of people who are from the UK as well, as far as the subscribers. Okay. I know what it's like to be on the road, man. You know, I don't post too much, but you can see here. Let me just show you. That's from being in the military 25 years, man. You see all my little stuff, man. So I spend a lot of time on the road, so I know how it is. I know how it is to be on the road. But no matter what, when you're on the road and you like boxing, you always find a way to watch a fight, don't you? Boxing is everything, man. Let me show you something right here. You see this? It's one of the gloves that, when I was in the military, I used to fight in tournaments, man. That's one of the trophies, man, that I kept. You know, when you're young and you get those trophies, I didn't take care of a lot of that stuff, man. You think Hector Garcia has a chance tonight? A lot of people are saying Tank is cherry picking Hector Garcia because Hector Garcia is coming up. Let me fix this right here. It's coming up from 130. But for me, turn this off. Yeah, good. Hector Garcia is like, what's his name? Eubank Jr., Conor Ben. When Conor Ben was supposed to fight. Hey, do I need to come upstairs? When Conor Ben was supposed to fight, what's his name? Eubank Jr. And people making a big deal of Conor Ben coming up to 157 from 147. I think it's the same thing with Hector Garcia. When these guys are cutting weight, they cut down past those weights. And then I think it's easier for them. Hold on one second. I have 4 boys and they're here making noise. Let me quiet them down real quick. See, I go up the stairs. Hey, you know I'm on live, right? Yeah. You better stop, you understand? Yep. Go back downstairs, man. If y'all think Hector Garcia has a chance? those Dominican fighters, they proven, man, that they belong in the ring. I think Adamus gives Jamel Charlo a tough time. But Jamel Charlo, man, he's proven. And he's no joke at 154. And probably will go up to 160 pretty soon. But I think he's going to want to defend those belts for a while before he goes to 160. I can't see Jamel earning all those belts just to drop them and go to 160. I just don't see that happening. But Rashidi Ellis is fighting a pretty good fight. He has fast hands, but I just don't see him. I don't see him beating even the likes of a Keith Thurman, man. I'm watching him fight right now. He just looks too tight. He got fast hands, but he just looks too tight. It really reminds me of Adrian Brown. I'm watching him. Yeah. That is a lot of sanctioning fees, man. You know, these sanctioning fees, these sanctioning bodies get paid off of the efforts of fighters, man. And that's what's so frustrating because, you know, I read, just like you guys, man, you know, I keep up with boxing, but I do a lot of reading, trying to understand the WBC, the WBA, stamp IBF and WBO, and just understand how they get away with taking, you know, they don't just get paid, they don't just get paid off the champion. Even the guy who's challenging for the title have to give up a percentage of his purse. So the sanctioning bodies are getting paid by the challenger and the champion. That's crazy. It's crazy to me. And that's why you look at guys, you look at guys like Anthony Joshua, right? Everything, to Joshua, those belts were everything. Because if you guys watch the videos, I'm always talking about belts are like certifications. And they really are, man. And if you have belts in boxing, like for example, right? I think Devin Haney is a great fighter. I think George Kambosos is a solid fighter. But George Kambosos wasn't the best 135-pounder out there. But he had those belts. And just like certifications, if you have those, it doesn't matter how good someone else is or capable of doing the job, you got the certifications, you should get paid more. And it's the same thing in boxing, man. You have the belts, you're the top dog, you should get paid more. But at the same time, man, Anthony Joshua, he went crazy when he lost those belts because Eddie Hearn, they put so much emphasis on it because of how much money they spent in sanctioning fees. You're talking about millions of dollars in sanctioning fees over the years. And for him to just lose those belts like that, it frustrated him because he almost felt like the sanctioning body did him wrong. And it's like, look, my man, you know what this is. This is boxing. You gotta, and this is one thing people don't realize. Boxers talking about, I'm my own boss. I make my own decisions. Man, that's not true. That's not true. Boxers are not their own bosses, man. That's bullshit. If they were their own bosses, they wouldn't be paying all those sanctioning fees. They wouldn't need a promoter or a manager or like Al Heyman, who's probably one of the smartest guys in boxing, an advisor who fills both of those roles. So he's dual-hatted, you know? But it's frustrating to see a guy like Anthony Joshua who's having a total meltdown because he feels like, it's almost like he felt he deserved for them to be biased and allow him to get the titles, even though those fights with Usyk weren't close at all. But the titles matter, man. But I understand those sanctioning fees. That's why I think when was it Crawford? As soon as he won those titles at 140, I think they looked to strip him immediately for one of those titles. He dropped that. I don't even think Crawford had those titles not even 1 or 2 days. He dropped all that shit and just moved up. It's just not worth it. And that's what happened with Floyd Mayweather over the years too. I'm sure you guys are aware of that. Floyd wasn't trying to hear these sanctioned bodies taking his money, man. You don't hear anything about Floyd being undisputed. Oh, okay, that's cool. You don't hear Floyd talking about no damn, hey, I appreciate you joining the chat. For everyone, I got 9 people on here. I appreciate you guys joining the chat. That means a lot to me. It's my first time going live. I'm gonna try to do it more often, but it's just tough. You know, I got four sons. My wife's a nurse. You know, I'm retired, but man, I'm busy with those kids. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, appreciate you saying that, North Carolina. You guys hit the like button. Whatever it is that these YouTubers, these content creators ask y'all to do, go ahead and do it for me because I'm kind of green in those areas. I just love boxing, and I just try to, you know, carve my own little path. I'm not a bandwagonist, and I definitely don't believe in attacking people and, you know, speaking crazy on the internet. That's corny to me. But I like to have a healthy dialogue, and we can disagree. That's fine. But I love boxing, man. But I'm gonna try to go live probably about four or 5 days during the week when my sons are in school, because I have the time. And you know, see if we can make that work. But back to those sanctioning fees, man. That's what Floyd Mayweather, man. You don't hear him, and he talks about him being undisputed. He didn't care about cleaning up no damn division, man. Once he figured everything out and it came about his money, he didn't care. He just wanted to prove he was the best, and that's what he did. A lot of people give him flack. I don't see how anyone who really knows boxing can look at Floyd Mayweather and say anything bad about him. I mean, as far as his accomplishments in the ring, man. You may not like him out the ring. I just don't get it. You know? But there are a lot of people that, like I said, they come on a little bit later and probably started really watching Floyd when he became Money May. I tell you, Floyd Mayweather, De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, even Zab Judah, the Mickey Ward. Watch like those guys' first 20 fights, man, 25 fights. You know, you're gonna see something special. And when I like right now watching Rashidi Ellis, right? I'm just not seeing that. Don't get me wrong, he can fight. But when he steps up, like he's talking about fighting Boots Ennis. Look. Boots Ennis passes the eye test. And Boots Ennis, of course, he hasn't stepped up yet. That's right. I agree with you, Kevin. But although Boots Ennis hasn't really stepped up yet, he hasn't faced adversity, I have no doubt that Boots Ennis will beat any of those guys. Because, you know, I'm always saying this, it's not the best fighter that wins a fight, it's the fighter that fights the best. But Boots Ennis, he's just all around. He has everything that you want to find in a fighter, man. And I think Boots Ennis beats all these guys. But we got to see how he deals with adversity. You know, we got to see how he deals with adversity. Because, you know, Bud Crawford's been hurt, come back, knocked his guy out. Earl Spence, I don't care what anyone says. I like Earl Spence and Crawford. But Earl Spence gets buzzed in fights, man. And that last fight with Hughes, Spence got buzzed a couple times. But at the end of the day, it's how you finish. And we all know Spence, man. If you don't have an engine, if you don't have the best defense, and if your chin can't hold up, Spence is going to chop you down, you know? And that's what it is. So we'll see what Boots does. I know after tonight, there's a lot of confusion as far as who Earl is going to fight next. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Spence, I agree with both of y'all. But yeah, Cal Brook, you're right. Cal Brook did. So several people to me buzzed Spence. Cal Brook buzzed him. Danny Garcia buzzed him. Porter buzzed him. And early in his career, he fought a guy, I can't remember his name, but he almost knocked Earl Spence out. He had Earl Spence out on his feet for a little bit. And then, of course, with Ugas. But yeah, Spence has been buzzed right on multiple occasions. But he's in shape. He's in shape, man. He's in great shape. But I do think Spence will be a tough fight for Boots. And I also think Spence and Crawford is a tough fight, man. Before I was saying that Crawford would beat Spence. I said it was a 50-50 fight. And whoever wins will become the number one, right? Or the undisputed. Both are number ones, but whoever wins will become the undisputed. But I think after watching Crawford fight Evanescence, man, I'm not sure he can start off that slow against Spence, man. Because Crawford fights with his eyes, you know, and he's watching everything. Crawford is watching everything, he's downloading data. And because he fights with his eyes, he sees those openings. And he hits hard with both hands. You saw, hell, he knocked Brook out with a jab, didn't he? So, the way I was seeing it is that Spence throws a lot of punches. At some point, Crawford will catch him on an exchange and find an opening, exploit it, and could, you know, because Spence can get buzzed and he hits hard enough where he can hurt him. But after watching Crawford in that last fight, I noticed something when Crawford is switching, right? If you time it just right, and Spence is good at timing things, and Spence will catch you with an off-rhythm jab, and you know he goes up and down. I'm sure Derek James, if Spence and Crawford fight, which I don't think they're fighting this year, if Derek James, if they're going to fight, Derek James is watching that, and they're going to be waiting for Crawford to switch stances, and they're going to throw that off-rhythm jab, and catch him the same way Evanescence caught Crawford. And if Spence catches him like that, you know, it could be a problem. But I just think Crawford is just, I don't know if he's looking at his age. I will roll up his sleeve and put you on. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. But the thing about Crawford, I'm not sure if it was ring rust, if he, you know, his age because he's getting up there, if his legs are starting to give out a little bit. I'm just not sure, man. But I agree with what you said. A guy like Spence, you gotta have the legs, you gotta have the stamina, you gotta have heart, you gotta have a chin, because Spence, he doesn't get in the ring to tickle you. He chops you down, and you hear a lot of these commentators and other fighters say Spence is one of the few fighters who actually fights the way he hits the heavy bag, as far as his combinations, and that's true. And I also think that's why he has a lot of success, because he can remain disciplined. And even when he gets a little sidetracked in the ring, Derek James is there to kind of reel him in. But I'm watching Rashidi Ellis right now, and I'm thinking Rashidi Ellis, and I'm looking at what he's doing. Him against Boots, him against Crawford, him against Spence. I don't think he'll last 5 rounds with those guys, man. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. You know who he reminds me of? You know, Montana. He fights like Broner to me, but he reminds me of Montana Love, where, you know, he looked good against C, maybe B minus opponents. And when you get there with somebody that actually fights you back, like what happened to Montana Love in this last fight, you know, they start to unravel, man. And in my opinion, when I'm watching Rashidi Ellis, like right here, he's getting hit on the ropes. He's trying to fight off the ropes, but he stayed on the ropes too long and he's getting caught. You're going to see if he can't get the guy out of there, I think mentally, you're going to see him start to unravel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And what y'all think about Ricardo Torres? You guys know who that is? That's that heavyweight man. He was fought in the Olympics. He fought like shit, man, like 8 times in 2022. But everybody keeps talking about big baby Jared Anderson, the real big baby, right? But I'm telling you right now, I think that Ricardo Torres, that heavyweight Ricardo Torres, I think he beats big baby, the real big baby Jared Anderson. Yeah, with Top Rank. I believe he with Top Rank. I'm telling you, that's the fight they need to make. the real big baby Jared Anderson, and that Ricardo Torres. Tell me right now, that's the fight they need to make. Before they try to take, but I doubt they'll do that. Bob Arum's not going to sit there, man, and feed his guy to someone who can possibly knock him out. Bob Arum is really grooming Jared Anderson the right way. And I think this year, yeah, I know, I saw that. He got buzzed bad in that first round. Bad. If that other guy just had, if he could have landed a few more shots, it wasn't so sloppy, he could have hurt him. He could have got him out of there. And he hurt him bad. But you know, the other guy, like I said, he wasn't as polished. You know, but if he was more polished, he could have pulled off a serious upset, man. Because I was watching it, I saw it, and I was like, damn, if he's getting hurt by this guy, and they're talking about the potential for trying to build his record up this year, get him in some more high-profile fights, and then put him in a fight with, you know, like an Anthony Joshua, like that, Hergovic, Jaleel James. It's crazy, man. He's going to have to fix some of those bad habits. And tone down some of those antics, man. I don't think all those antics are necessary in the boxing ring, man. The costumes and all that nonsense. You know, like I like Mike Tyson, man. Just the towel, black shorts, with his boots. He came in to do work. And all the theatrics. I mean, it's entertaining, but you come to fight, come fight. Mm-hmm. Rashidi Ellis, man, like I said, went round 8, and he hasn't done any damage to these guys. So I'm not sure how far Rashidi Ellis can go at welterweight, but he's definitely got to think about what his next move is, because he can't even put a dent in this guy in front of him right now. Crazy. Y'all think Tank Davis and Gervonta will fight this year? Now, Tank Davis is talking about having an exit strategy. Tank Davis is saying he wants to fight Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia. After Ryan Garcia, he said he wants Devin Haney. Rashidi stacked up against Virgil Ortiz. You're talking about Virgil Ortiz, right? Oh, man. Virgil Ortiz would have knocked him out already. Man. And I like Rashidi. He can fight, but Virgil Ortiz, man, is a monster. When he tucks his chin, and he comes in behind hard combinations, man. And Virgil Ortiz, you really gotta have real power to discourage him. Like, it's hard to discourage him, man. When I'm watching Rashidi, I don't think Rashidi Ellis would stand a chance against Virgil Ortiz. And I'm just being real. So to me right now, you got Virgil Ortiz, you got Boots Simmons, you got Stanley Ulis, right? And you got Crawford. You got Spence. And even though people don't want to give him credit, you got Thurman. But I put it to you like this. A lot of people say Thurman's time is over, right? Keith Thurman, his time is over. He's been inactive. And I can understand why people say that. But this guy here, Rashidi, he wouldn't even be able to handle Keith Thurman. Now, I'll tell you someone who people don't talk about, but they need to talk about him at 147 is Butiev. Because you saw when Butiev and Stanley Ulis fought, them two damn near killed each other. So Butiev, he's a live dog. I think 10 knocks out Devin. Handshake here. Yeah, of course, man. I don't know if you saw the, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, they had the last stand. I think they did a last stand yesterday with Brian Customer, and Gervonta Davis said, after Ryan Garcia, he was like, if he gets an opportunity to fight Devin Haney, he said, he's not playing, he'll jump on him. Because Tank knows that he'll beat Devin Haney. But the other thing, right, and I think you guys would agree with me, these guys have sparred already. And if you've sparred someone, I don't care what anyone says. You know, if you've actually sparred, right, and the person who you sparred against, if you got the best of them, you're going to know what you're getting into when you get into a fight. And you know if you have the upper hand. It's just like with Regis Prograde and Red Catch. You don't think Regis Prograde knew he was going to whip Red Catch's ass? You know what I mean? They had sparred before. He beat Red Catch all over that damn ring and sparred. So when they got into the fight, I didn't realize they had sparred until Regis said it. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. So Regis said, man, he knew what he had did to him in sparring already. So I think with Davis and Haney, Davis knows what he's done to him, but he also knows when they did spar that Devin was in shape. He wasn't in shape, that if he comes in there not being in shape, he could find himself being on the losing end of that fight. Because Devin has a high work rate, he's fast, and he's intelligent. Now Shakur Stevenson, I think, slows the pace of that fight down. And I'm just being honest with you. I think Shakur Stevenson will slow the pace of the fight down. But I think Tank gets him out of there. It just takes one shot from Tank to buzz you and knock you out cold. And if he can buzz you and you kind of out on your feet, he's going to finish you off. So I personally think Tank Davis. I think Tank beats all those guys. You know, 130 and 135. I think he's a threat at 140. But they do have some killers at 140. You know, you're talking about Regis Prograde, you know, Josh Taylor. I think Tank and Teofimo would be a good fight. I would love to see that fight. I think Tank knocks Teofimo out. And I think this is the right time for Tank Davis to go and fight a guy like Teofimo. Because Teofimo, man, like Anthony Joshua, upstairs, they got stuff going on upstairs. They're not right. Just like Anthony Joshua, when he was fighting Andrew Ruiz, he was like, what shot hit me? What do I need to do? He didn't know what to do. And then Teofimo at the end of the fight, do I still got it? That's a problem. So for a guy like Tank, I think they should. Well, he should now because he's his own boss. I think he should campaign for a fight like Teofimo. But I think he beats everybody at 135. Shakur can make it a little interesting, but I think once he touches him, yeah, I mean, just being real, man. I think once Tank touches those boys, let's get out of here. And the other thing that I'm going to say, and I mentioned it earlier, but I talked about it in videos, when people are like, Tank, when they say a fighter small, not just Tank, a fighter small, they fight in a certain weight division. They would have to gain weight to come up and fight from 140 to 147 to 147 to 154. It annoys me because fighters, when they are coming down to whatever weight they have to make, they come down past so many weight divisions just for that moment in damn time to go in there and make that weight and then essentially try to be a weight boy. Okay, so don't, when they start talking this crap about, oh, so-and-so fights at 130, oh, how to go up to 135, the person probably walks around at 155, you know? So don't tell me. What it is now is they don't have to kill themselves as much to get all the way down to a certain weight. So they should be stronger. They should have more punch resistance, right? They should have more stamina because they don't have to drain themselves. Just like that video I did talking about weight loss, man. Some of these fighters go 2 days without eating. Just taking ice chips, man. Just because they got to cut that last little bit of weight. Then you get the day to fight, the day to weigh in, and you in a damn hot bath in cycles trying to get water weight up. Then you go in the sauna in cycles. And if that doesn't work, you put on the little jogging suit and you go running, and now you're sweating out in the damn sun trying to get water out. And if that doesn't work, whatever diuretic you can take and they take that and try to urinate out what last little bit of water it is. That's crazy. It's like when Canelo fought Chavez Jr. Damn near killed that man for him to come in and fight at that weight they fought at. Chavez Jr. talked about that, but nobody wants to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? And you can't blame guys. The A side, I always laugh at Mayweather. Now, Ennis didn't fight yet. You still got, he comes up next. That's right. Yeah, all right, Alabama. And I hear exactly what you're saying about Dawson. Yeah, Dawson, you're right. When he came down to fight Ward, yeah, his career ended after that. And I was surprised that Ward was able to hurt Dawson. I couldn't believe that. Now, I know, what's his name? The guy out of Canada, man, who got he had the bleeding on his brain. Superman. Adonis, right? Adonis. Now, we all know Adonis can hit, but I didn't expect him to do that to Dawson either, man. But, you guys know Dawson right now is a big-time sparring partner. That's what he does. He's a big-time sparring partner for a lot of these fighters now. So he's still out there sparring and staying active, but yeah, that damn weight loss, shit, we can timetable that back to what? I was just about to say that. Roy Jones, man. This man put on muscle. See, now, I'm glad you said that. We were just talking about fighters talking about, they have to come up from 130 to 135, 140 when they walk around at, 160 and kill themselves to get down. And Roy Jones' situation, that man, no kidding, had to eat steak and potatoes, probably take some protein shakes to get his ass all the way up just to get 200 pounds. And then he had to strip muscle off. And the funny thing is, he stripped that muscle off and came down and fought Tarver, right? And Tarver makes me laugh because he talks out the side of his mouth. So I used to crack up when Tarver used to get on the microphone. But then Tarver goes and does this damn Apollo Creed movie, a Rocky movie, right? He bubbles up to 200, like 25 pounds. And then he comes back and has to lose a bunch of damn weight and fights Hopkins. And Hopkins has his ass all over the ring looking crazy. So you're right. But not having to strip that muscle, weight you really don't have. That just shows you what it does to these boxers, man. The punch resistance and everything else. It's just not healthy, man. Cutting all that weight is just crazy. That's why you can't. Now, I'll tell you what, right? Since we're talking about weight, what y'all think about Pacquiao? Now, for me, I'm a black and white guy. I don't deal with the gray area. My mind isn't programmed to deal with the gray area. So when we talk about Pacquiao being, 8 different weight divisions, at first, I never really thought about it. But when I saw that referee come out and said that he gave Pacquiao a 20 count and cheated that Australian fighter out of a win, and Pacquiao went on to do great things, we know boxing is corrupt. But it made me wonder, man. Pacquiao was he on pads or was he doing something foul to gain an advantage and to really grow his body the way he did, up 8 different weight divisions? So to this day, I do wonder about that when it comes to Pacquiao, man. But speaking of Pacquiao, Pacquiao, there's a chance he could be fighting Crawford later this year. I don't know if people know about that. That's a fact. Okay, so that's something that, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Victor. Make me wonder. But on Pacquiao, do not be surprised if Terrence Crawford signs a fight with Pacquiao. Crawford can do what he wants to. Doesn't matter if someone agrees with it or if they don't. Remember, Bob Arum, he blocked Crawford. He blocked Crawford from taking that Pacquiao fight. Bob Arum went on record, he was talking about having a fight in the Middle East. Something about the money, something about the contracts. Yeah, that's true. But it had nothing to do with the Middle East, nothing to do with money, nothing to do with purse splits. What it was, Bob Arum said that he didn't want Terrence Crawford to kill Pacquiao, basically. Those are his words. Yeah. That's what Aaron said. So now that Terrence Crawford doesn't have to worry about all that. He would take that fight, but yeah, he refused. See, that's something else that people don't know, man. I was just trying to fight Spence as well. Yeah, I know. He's trying to fight Spence, and he's trying to fight Crawford. But I'm glad what y'all just said about Pat. People don't realize this. When Floyd first started talking about the being on a level playing field and doing the drug testing, okay, Pacquiao he was apprehensive about it. Then he went and said some crap about the needles, right? Then that, of course, that held up the fight. Then a year or two later, then the whole issue was he refused to take drug testing. So first, it was the needles. Then he just totally refused drug testing. So Floyd Mayweather gets the blame for not taking the fight. But it wasn't Floyd Mayweather, man. He was just like, I'm not going to fight him unless he takes the testing. Takes the test. What does he have to hide? Take the data testing, urinalysis. I'm going to do it too. They can take blood from me. Why can't he do it? But when Pacquiao finally decided to do it, you know, so many years have passed and people felt like it was beyond his shelf life. And then we saw what happened. And Pac he didn't look too bad in the fight. But you could tell Floyd's a smart fighter. He takes some of that speed and power. So he knew if he got in there and got careless, he knew Pacquiao could hurt him. Pacquiao buzzed him once. And Floyd, you know, Floyd is Floyd, man. Still can't understand why people be hating on Floyd, man. You look, there gotta be something special about that, man. I think Al Heyman, thank you, Victor, I really appreciate it, man. It's my first time doing it, so I'm gonna try to do it more often. Like I was saying, man, I'm busy, man. I got 4 sons, they all play AAU sports, they wrestle, play basketball, everything. Rashidi Ellis just got knocked down, too. Rashidi Ellis just got dropped. I wish I could show y'all the fight from my phone, but you know, YouTube tripping. In round 12, Rashidi Ellis just got dropped. He's hurt too, man. There's a minute and a half left in the fight. Rashidi Ellis, oh shit. Rashidi Ellis like he. Rashidi Ellis, oh man, Rashidi Ellis is hurt. He went down again. That's a knockdown. Rashidi Ellis went down again. He's hurt. He's hurt. And Rashidi Ellis about to get knocked out. Rashidi Ellis about to get knocked out. Oh, he's in significant trouble, boy. Rashidi Ellis about to go down. Rashidi Ellis in trouble. Camille Motion. I think he needs an opportunity, man. I think he can make some noise too. I think he can make some noise too, man. Some of the like that Camille Motion guy. I just think some of these fighters are gonna keep avoiding guys like that, man. Rashidi Ellis is about to go down again. 18 seconds left in the fight. And he's hurt. He almost went down again. He's hurt. Rashidi Ellis is hurt. He's fighting. 6 seconds left. Oh, he went down again. Oh, shit. 5 seconds after the fight, he went down again. I told you. Damn. Rashidi Ellis went down. Damn. I told y'all Rashidi Ellis wouldn't be able to mess with the elite. That's the end of the fight. Rashidi Ellis got. Man, I told y'all. Man, this may be. Now people were saying Gervonta Davis against Hector Garcia is going to be like Maidana against Victor Ortiz, right? Nah, Rashidi Ellis against this Argentinian fighter. The guy from Argentina too. That right there was Victor Ortiz against Maidana. He got dropped hard with a left hook. He ain't recovered, boy. He made it to the end of the fight, but he went down again. 5 seconds left in the fight. from that left hook. That left hook again. Yeah, Ellis got, hey. Ellis, that last round, man. And you know what it boiled down to? It's not even that the other fighter was better. It's that stamina, man. You gotta be in shape. But we'll see. I'm gonna wait and see what these scorecards say. Let me tell you, if there was another 30 seconds in that fight, Ellis would have got knocked out. That should have been 3 knockdowns in the 12th round, but the referee didn't call one of them. That left hook messed Ellis up bad. And this is the other thing, right? You know, I get it that VADA testing is expensive. That's something that when they're at these annual conferences with these sanctioning bodies, you know, VADA's there, promoters are there, managers are there, Kinahan is there with the Irish mob. But when they're having those things, man, they need to talk about changing up or making a refinement to how much fighters have to pay for that VADA testing, man. Because it's a lot of money. And if a guy's only getting like a $100,000 purse, you know what I'm saying? He got to pay $25,000 or something crazy for VADA testing. Then you got to get taxed. Then you got to pay everybody. That's a lot of money on a fighter's purse. You know, it's one thing if they're making $1 million, $2 million. Not even you making $100,000 or less. To me, the amount that a fighter has to pay for VADA testing, it should directly correlate to how much their fight purse is. Like a percentage of their fight purse. That way it's fair. You know, it's kind of tiered. Opposed to everybody pays this flat rate. That's not fair. That's not fair. It should be tiered, in my opinion. Rashid Ellis, if there was anyone ducking him, or any perceived ducking when it comes to Rashid Ellis, everybody's going to be calling him out now. Because he just showed that his chin isn't the best. Yeah, that kind of testing is expensive, man. Expensive. I didn't realize it was so expensive until Floyd was talking about it. And I think Eddie Hearn was talking about it. But you know, Eddie Hearn disappeared from the scene since Anthony Joshua lost those titles. Hearn's not doing all those interviews anymore. Since Dylan White started looking pretty normal. Hearn's not doing all those interviews anymore. Since Conor Benn got popped for those fertility pills. Eddie Hearn's not really saying much anymore, you know. Eddie Hearn was all in front of the camera. And then, you know, his fighters started taking some losses. Eddie Hearn really doesn't have much to say anymore. Which is hilarious to me. But Eddie Hearn's trying to make Conor Benn against Gervonta Davis this year. Y'all think Gervonta Davis should fight Conor Benn? A lot of people say Gervonta should not. And he should not fight Conor Benn because Conor Benn's a drug cheat. And if he wasn't, Eddie Hearn, I'm sure that Eddie Hearn, since all the issues with Joshua, Canelo losing, Conor Benn, I am sure Eddie Hearn has got a hold of a bottle of rat poison and has considered taking a teaspoon of that shit and bringing it all to an end. I have no doubt that Eddie Hearn has had some horrible times since all the losing fighters losing fights, promoters kind of converging on him. It's like it's like they have a foot on his neck now, you know. And the zone too put real pressure on him. Because I believe Eddie Hearn's in the red and he's struggling to get into the yellow. Yeah, he got knocked down twice. You don't think so? Uh-oh. They're about to announce the winner. Oh, Ellis lost. Oh, wow. Ellis lost. Majority decision. But his record is 26 wins, one loss, and 24 knockouts. Damn. That's a serious upset, boy. I see that? Rashidi Ellis just lost. Those knockdowns messed him up. Those knockdowns caused him to fight. That was an IBF eliminator. Damn. Damn, man. Rashidi Ellis lost the fight. Sad, man. Damn. Damn, Rashidi Ellis like he want to cry. Damn, boy. But I said it, man. He just didn't look. He's a good fighter, man, but man, damn, I can't believe he lost. The knockdowns killed him, man. Rashidi Ellis, those knockdowns messed him up. It's crazy. I'll turn this fan off. Damn, Rashidi Ellis, he lost. So it says that was an IBF eliminator. So what are they going to do now? They're going to take this guy here who beat Rashidi Ellis and have him fight Boots Ennis? So that's what I'm going to be waiting to find out. Boots Ennis, see, this is where it's like complete madness when it comes to boxing and who's going to fight who. Because Jerome Boots Ennis is fighting, if he wins this fight with the IBF, and he's supposed to be the mandatory to Crawford. I mean, to Spence. He's supposed to be the mandatory to Spence. But if this guy here just won an IBF eliminator by beating Rashidi Ellis, well, who the hell is he supposed to fight? See, that's what's crazy. It's just total madness, man. It's just too many damn belts. Damn, Rashidi Ellis lost that fight. Well, this may be the night of upsets. I hope Boots Ennis don't get mad, underestimate this Ukrainian. Because that Ukrainian, man, if he beats Boots Ennis, that shit may be upset on a decade, you know. Boots Ennis is dubbed to be the next big thing, man, in boxing. Crazy. Rashidi Ellis lost that fight. Let's see what this guy talking about. Yeah. We're talking to Rashidi Ellis right now. He said he wants to rematch.
You're okay physically. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm good. What happened there? You were dominating this fight. The jab was so effective, and then things got.
Rashidi's calling for the rematch already.
No, I thought I waited until the fight, but I don't know. I guess I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's emotional right now, man. Yeah, yeah. You see, this is where you gotta have a solid corner, man, to keep you focused. And you're right, Boots. Boots is a special fighter, man. Plus he has his pops there. And that's what Joshua needs. Anthony Joshua over here in the States, still looking for a trainer. Supposedly, him and Roy Jones are supposed to be working together now. I don't know how y'all feel about Roy Jones as a trainer, but to me, Roy Jones, I don't think he's the best fit for a guy like Anthony Joshua, man. I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it. Damn. Can't believe Rashidi Ellis just lost. That's crazy. Rashidi Ellis just lost, boy. But AJ needs to figure out what he's doing. This is crazy. Man, let me put this camera right here. That's crazy, man. Let me fix this. Y'all think Roy Jones should be training AJ? I don't think so. I don't think Roy Jones should be training AJ at all. Because that's what happens when you get a corner and guys are telling you what you need to do to keep you focused, Now you go out in the 12th round and you get knocked down, man. And he almost got knocked out. It wasn't just a knockdown. He got hurt. He got hurt badly in that fight. It's sad. Sad, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what I appreciate. It's Victor Courage Garcia. Yeah, it should. It should. But I appreciate everybody who's on here, man. Even though we fluctuating between 7 and 13, it means a lot to me, man. But yeah, if Garcia watched that fight, Hector Garcia watched that fight, that could be some motivation. But I'm gonna tell you what, I think I'll do that too. I think it's a foul that Tank. Let me mute this. I think it's a foul that Tank didn't. He didn't ensure VADA testing for this fight. I personally think that's a mistake. Little man sleeping. I think that's a mistake. At this level, these guys should have VADA testing. They should have VADA testing, man. Let me put the volume back on. Jake Davis knows better. I don't care what excuse he tries to make. He knows better. If he wants VADA testing, he can have VADA testing. Takes the A side. You can't come now and let Hector Garcia and his team can't say they're dictating anything when it comes to VADA testing. You know what I'm saying? That's something Tank needs to ensure with every fight he gets into. What's up, MB Mills? Tank Davis, to me, at this point in his career, they need to be VADA testing for everything. Everything, man. Especially if you fight in stateside. What sucks is you go over to the UK. And I appreciate North Carolina. What sucks is if you go over to the UK, right? You got you're taking VADA over here, but you're gonna go fight in the UK. Nah, they weren't tested. You go fight in the UK. UK, they don't even recognize VADA. You got the UCAD. And VADA is more stringent. So, you know, I do some videos and I understand VADA. So I'm out here talking about Conor Ben and Gervonta Davis and having VADA testing. But I can't remember who pointed it out to me. They reminded me like, yeah, they can do all the VADA testing they want stateside. But if they go over to the UK, it doesn't matter. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So if anyone's gonna fight a fighter from the UK, and I'm not at all trying to say anything bad about UK fighters. I believe majority of fighters are clean. But if you're gonna fight, I would say this: anyone on Matchroom with Eddie Hearn, shit, you better be careful. If Eddie Hearn showed us all what he's about, that's horrible. What Eddie Hearn tried to do to Eubank Jr. with Conor Ben. You know, you knew the man tested positive for pads, right? Then he comes back, then a couple weeks apart in another sample, he failed to test again, but you were just gonna sit there and remain reticent on that. You just try to slide it underneath the rug. You just ease into the fight. But then there was a whistleblower, and I personally think it was Eubank Jr.'s dad, Eubank Sr. He's the one who blew the whistle on that. Someone told him weeks in advance, yep, that's right. Hell yeah. Someone told Eubank Jr.'s dad, they told Eubank Sr., hey, they're about to kill your son. Because I remember, it was like maybe a month out, Eubank Sr. was saying, stop this fight, they're gonna kill my son, don't allow this fight to happen. And we all thought that he was a little crazy for saying something like that. Like, why would he say something so extreme that they're trying to kill my son? And I just thought it was because of the weight loss. Shit, man. He knew that he had got word that the guy was on pads. And then his son was cutting down to 157, man. It's crazy. I don't know if y'all saw that picture. Did y'all see the picture that was floating around the internet? And Eubank Jr. showed that he could get to 157, and they showed him on their scale where he was real close to 157. But what he looked like, he looked real haggard. He looked sick. It was absolutely no fat on him. Now just imagine that Eddie Hearn was okay letting Conor Ben being on pads to get in the ring with the guy deflated in the physical sense like Eubank Jr. was. And if that fight would have happened. Now you're telling me that if Eddie Hearn has the opportunity, who's winning? Well, Rashidi Ellis lost. Rashidi Ellis lost. He got knocked down 3 times in the 12th. 2 of the knockdowns counted, but 1 of the knockdowns didn't. So Rashidi Ellis, he's calling for a rematch, but he lost that fight. He lost that fight. But with Eddie Hearn, any of his fighters, shit, if he can get away with it, I think he would, man. But Boots Ennis is about to fight now. So hopefully Boots Ennis has his stuff together, man. But Rashidi Ellis, oh man. And also, for those who are just coming on, if you didn't know, Demetrius Andre won his fight. He was able to drop his opponent as well. But for Rashidi Ellis, for Demetrius Andre, it does look like he may struggle at 168 just because of the size difference. I'll say that. But as far as the UK, man, they need to figure out the VADA and UCAD stuff because it doesn't make sense that here stateside, VADA recognizes all these different pads. And then we go to the UK and some of them aren't recognized. I just don't understand that. They should be able to talk to each other and they should be on the same page, but they're not. And it makes you wonder, what's so difficult about that? It's the same sport, right? The exact same rules. It may be different sanctioning bodies, but for the most part, everything is the exact same. The rules may be different in the sanctioning body, but how often belts have to be defended and stuff like that. But when it comes to keeping a clean sport, I don't understand why they can't be on the same page. I heard they let AJ do some kind of testosterone replacement over there. I heard that too. But you hear a lot of stuff. Remember, you used to hear about Floyd Mayweather, was it lidocaine or something? He used to inject into his hands, and that was an illegal substance or something that wasn't allowed, but he used to do that too. Of course, he denied it. But I wouldn't be surprised, man. But I'm telling you what, I'll tell you what, for those of you who haven't really been paying attention to what's going on with Tyson Fury, Kinahan, there are people now associated with that mob boss who are now becoming state witnesses and who are turning against the mob and are willing to talk. Now, does that mean they're going to divulge specifics about the mob's involvement with boxing? I don't know. But what I feel is they're gonna flush some stuff out of these guys who are turning and choosing to talk to the state about what's going on with the Irish mob in Kinahan. And if you get enough people scared, you get enough people uncomfortable, we may get some information on Tyson Fury. Because, Deontay Wilder said, there's no proof. Right? He said there's no proof of anything, but he knows there was foul play. If you watch any of the videos I do, I always say, there's no proof. But to me, there's just so many things that have gone on when it comes to Tyson Fury, from the damn mob involvement to these damn ex-sparring partners, just everything, man. It makes you wonder. When you had that Otto Wallen fight where they should have stopped it and let it continue. Then the guy who's his nutritionist is the same guy who was Conor Ben's nutritionist. It just makes you wonder. And that nutritionist is the one who said, anyone who gets caught doing pads, right? The nutritionist said, they're stupid. It's so easy to beat the test to beat a urinalysis. This is what the damn nutritionist said. And he even said how to do it. Something about there's a certain window where the testers don't show up, and that's when you take it or something, and or so much time it gets out your system. There's an article where I did a video, I can't remember, but he was talking about there's a certain time, there's a certain window where you can cycle and get that out your system. So the nutritionist, he explained in detail how to cheat. It's crazy, man. So hopefully we'll get some fidelity on that. But yeah, as far as Anthony Joshua, yeah, I think Anthony Joshua should be with Derek James, or he should be with Freddie Roach. Yeah, I think Anthony Joshua should be with Derek James and Freddie Roach. Simple. Or back with Robert McCracken. Seriously. Yeah. I agree with what you just said, Jay Shields, because some people, I don't think they realize, pads isn't just about power. That helps with your punch resistance as well. Yeah. I didn't even know that. Those pads help with your punch resistance. So, depending on what you're taking, everything has a specific purpose. But yeah, that nutritionist, he was blatant. If you get a chance, just Google it. The Connor Ben's nutritionist says you're dumb if you get caught on any kind of testing. The article's out there. They quote what he says. It's about 3 paragraphs. An exact quote, not them paraphrasing, an exact quote from him. So when you get somebody who's willing to come out there and talk like that, and he was laughing about it, that's why he deleted all his social media pages. You like Water with Derek James? Look, so let me ask y'all this, right? Deontay Wilder. Some people love him, some people hate him. I like him. He's all about his kids. Like Adrian Brother, all about the kids, And so with me, that carries weight. But do y'all really think Malik Scott is a good trainer for Deontay Wilder? Now, the reason I ask that is because when Miguel Cotto and his uncle Evangelista, they had that big ass brouhaha there in Puerto Rico where Cotto and Evangelista got in a fight, and Evangelista took that brick and burst out the Jaguar window of Miguel Cotto. And then make sure AJ's on the radar. Yep, I agree with you. But then Miguel Cotto picked up his buddy, and his buddy was his trainer. And we saw what happened when Miguel Cotto with his buddy. He goes in there, he gets in a fight. He's fighting Cotto at the time. He was fighting Margarito. We know Margarito cheated his ass off. But Cotto didn't look that great. I think he fought Austin Trout with that same trainer. He just didn't look great with that guy in his corner. So when you look at Malik Scott and what he's doing with Wilder, do you think Malik Scott is the right fit for him? Because I keep saying this in videos, and a lot of times I say it in a funny way. Deontay Wilder shouldn't be trying to float like a butterfly and sting like a damn bee. Let a lion be a lion. Don't try to turn a lion into a pussycat. And to me, Deontay Wilder's a lion. And it doesn't matter what anyone says, whether you think he has boxing skill or not. The man with his basic 1-2 punch, and on occasion jab and hook, right? But his basic 1-2 has been able to knock out every opponent he's faced. And that includes Tyson Fury. He didn't keep him down, but Tyson Fury was out cold in that first fight. Those are Tyson Fury's words. I was out cold. So Deontay Wilder has knocked out 100% of the opponents he faced, whether it's TKO or out cold. He's knocked them all out. So for him to come now and, throwing these jabs to the body and trying to, use lateral movement and circle the ring, that's one-on-one fundamental stuff. That's like the first shit that I learned when I started boxing. You used to have a whistle. You go around, blow the whistle, 1-2, change directions, 1-2, hook, change directions. But I think Derrick James is gonna make him that line. Yeah, I think Derrick James will be a good fit for a guy like Wilder. I do. I think Derrick James. I think those guys who are all about being aggressive in knockouts. You know, Robert Garcia, Derrick James, Freddie Roach. But everyone should stay away from Virgil Hunter. Stay away from Virgil Hunter. He be whispering too much. I can't see Deontay Wilder. Anyone, you in the ring, you come back to the corner, this man in your ear whispering shit, man. I just couldn't deal with that. Nobody, who the hell want to be whispered to all the time? Or at the same time, the opposite extreme is Teddy Atlas. Not everybody want to hear the fireman speech, you know what I'm saying? You're blowing it, kid, we're firemen. Nobody wants to hear that. So I think Derrick James is a good fit, but he's all about quality over quantity. So Derrick James says, you know, he turns down a lot of fighters because he just doesn't want to be. It reminds me of Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso tried. He talked to Canelo, said, hey, take on a few more fighters. I think he was looking at the money, you know what I'm saying? But then he went and saw, he expects people to be dedicated, to be professional. And they just weren't. And Ryan Garcia, you know, he's a star, but he's not Canelo. And he thought he was something that he wasn't. And then eventually, you saw, Ryan is bad for Andy Ruiz, you can't fight the same for every opponent. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get back to that. But you saw what Ryan Garcia and Andy Ruiz, they had to jump ship because it just wasn't working out with Eddie Reynoso. But yeah, now being a lion doesn't mean you just come out there and just stalk the guy down and try to walk him down. You're absolutely right. That would be foolish. But what I mean by that when I'm talking about Deontay Wilder and allowing a lion to be a lion and don't turn him into a pussycat means don't have Deontay Wilder trying to outbox Ruiz. He should keep it like the same thing like what he did to what's his name? Stavern. Use that long jab. Keep your distance. Ruiz come in, make him pay. Okay? But at the same time, don't try to come now and throw your jab, hook off the jab, and do foolishness, then throw a hook to the body, then go down low with a hook. Like, he can't allow Ruiz to close that distance. That's recipe for disaster. If Ruiz gets in close, it's over. Y'all see that? Jerron Boots Ennis? Jerron Boots Ennis about to fight. AJ should have been aligned against him. Man, hell yeah. I agree with you, Jay. I agree with you. AJ could have blown Usyk out of there. And for anyone who says, nah, Usyk has too much skill, AJ couldn't have blown him out. Okay. Is AJ better than Chisora? Is AJ more powerful than Chisora? AJ have more skill than Chisora? AJ have more size than Chisora? And look, Chisora had a lot of success because he wasn't afraid to go in there and, like you said, be a lion. He wasn't afraid. And Chisora almost won that fight. But, man, it's hard. It's hard when you get hit and you get hurt and you realize that you're human and you get in the ring. You don't want that to happen again. And you see it happen with a lot of fighters, man. And the two probably more well-known fighters is AJ and what's his name, Adrian Broner. Those are the guys who hit recently in the last couple of years that we all know who are amazing fighters. But when they got touched up, no, Rashidi Ellis lost. He almost got knocked out in the 12th round. Rashidi Ellis he almost got knocked out. He got knocked down 3 times. They counted 2 of them in the 12th round. But Rashidi Ellis lost. Yeah, it's over for him. Everybody who watched that fight, top welterweights and prospects, they're gonna chase after him. He can't take a shot, man. Yeah, it's over for Ellis. He gonna have to figure something out. He in bad shape now. Here's another Montana Love, man. Can't take a shot. But yeah, with Anthony Joshua and those guys, when you get hit like that, it's over. So Gervonta Ennis fight just started. For those of you who are watching, or if you're not watching, I'm gonna let you know what's going on with Gervonta Ennis. I'll tell you what, right now, Gervonta Ennis looking sharp, boy. Oh shit, the Ukrainian threw a little double jab out there. Damn, Ukrainian threw a counter right hand. Ukrainian came to fight. Wow. Look at that. Yo, Ukrainian in there looking like Lomachenko right now. Like he wanna, oh damn. Ukrainian holding his ground. This is crazy. Oh shit. Ennis almost knocked him out with a jab. Crazy, man. I tell you what, Ennis better keep them hands up. Because that damn Ukrainian looking to counter him, boy. You're looking to counter him with that damn, with that right hand. But the Ukrainian can fight. But we'll see what happens when he get touched, though. Gervonta Ennis is southpaw right now. He just, man. Let me tell you, man. Oh, man. Gervonta Ennis just threw a jab to the body. Then came back off rhythm, jab upstairs. Then shot the left hand, man. Just beautiful. AJ need to understand Usyk don't got power. What's he scared of? Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. I think AJ's more afraid of just being embarrassed, man. You know, but it's like they say, man, you lose your right to complain. Yeah, his mental is gone. You lose your right to complain, man. You can't come and let the fight go to a decision and get mad and want to throw the damn belt in the trash can and want to fight Lomachenko and all kind of craziness. As big as AJ is, you lose your right to complain when you let it go to the judges. Go all out. And that Andy fight hurt. Yeah, it hurt him. That Andy fight hurt AJ bad. It was never the same. Still not the same. Still not the same. Oh man. Lucinda's has some skill, man. But see, this is the thing when watching Lucinda's. I can understand if AJ was fighting a lot of the judges, but it's Usyk. Now I agree with you 100%. But this is the thing, when I watch Boots in this fight, because he's fighting right now, right? I'm trying to imagine him in there with what's his name? Earl Spence or Crawford. Right now, I don't know, man. But he's got quick hands, good combinations, he's smart, he's keeping his distance, keeping his range, he's controlling the landscape. Controlling real estate, man. But he kind of reminds me, it really does remind me of Terrence Crawford when he fights. Just watching Boots in this, I think he starts a little faster. But if he fights Earl Spence isn't going to let Boots Ennis set the tone. That's the thing. Gervonta Ennis is not going to let Boots Ennis, Gervonta Ennis is not going to let Earl Spence set the tone. And that's what you see that happen here. You know, Boots Ennis gets in there and he ends up setting the tone. And I just don't think that's that a guy like Spence would allow him to do it. But this Ukrainian fighter, he can fight, man. He can definitely fight. He's no Evanesian, I'll tell you that. You see Crawford fought Evanesian? He's no Evanesian, I'll tell you that. Turn this light off over here. It's crazy. Round 2 is about to start right now. Let me turn this light off. Yeah, turn that light off. We're going to see what he can do. Ryan Evans has some funky colored trunks on right now. He's looking real colorful, real festive. Real Mardi Gras right now. That Ukrainian is doing something really good. See, he's keeping because Gervonta Ennis is fighting southpaw. That Ukrainian is making sure to keep his left foot outside of Ennis's right foot. See, this is stuff that, man, who was just fighting that was just right in line for that left hand? It just wouldn't, what's his name? When Martin fought Rivera. Rivera was stupid. He never, ever made the adjustment to keep his foot outside of the southpaw's right foot. Yeah, Rashid Ellis he got knocked down 3 times. They only counted 2, but he got knocked down 3 times in that 12th round. But what you're seeing here with Boots Ennis and this guy, Karen Chikazian or whatever, Chikazian, he probably would have got knocked down already, but he's smart enough to keep his foot, his lead foot on the outside of Boots' lead foot. Boots is back orthodox now, so he's switching stances, just like what's his name, Terrence Crawford. If you guys are on the chat, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. I hear all the other content creators say it, so I guess when you hit the like button, I guess that's a good thing for me. I don't know. So Ennis is going to be in for a fight. Yeah. Right now, it looks like it. That Ukrainian has fought all over the place, man. He just hit Ennis with a good body shot. And the Ukrainian is trying to set Gervonta Ennis up to catch him with an overhand right. That's what he's doing. The Ukrainian can box, man. The Ukrainian can box. Now I'm watching Boots Ennis, and to me, when a fighter keeps switching like that means they're getting frustrated. And for Boots Ennis, even the jabs and everything he's throwing, he's not landing a lot of them because, like Bivol, he's able to take that half a step back. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know that. What you're seeing with this guy, the Ukrainian and Ennis, he's taking like Bivol against Canelo and other fighters, just half a step back, just enough to get out of range. So it forces you to commit or overcommit. And then when you're vulnerable, he's trying to counter. But the Ukrainian, at the same time, he's not committing to his shots because he knows if he makes a mistake, Boots Ennis can get him out of there. So it's for me, it's a chess match right now. But the Ukrainian isn't outclassed, but I think Boots Ennis, just by the volume of punches that he's throwing, he's winning the fight. But I just think it's a matter of time because Boots Ennis is in great shape. He lives in the gym. Great fighters, good boxers. Yeah, they are. I think by round 6 or so, Boots Ennis will start pulling away. Boots Ennis is just in good shape. He lives in the gym. I can't see the Ukrainian fighter keeping up this pace and managing to avoid Boots Ennis going beyond round 6, 7, or 8. I think around round 6 you'll see him start to slow down. Like right now we're in round 3. So we'll see if this round Boots Ennis can start touching him a little bit more. And if so, that means it could mean that the end is near. But the Ukrainian, man, he threw a counter left hook. He's running now. He got good ring generalship. Boots Ennis trying to overhand right. Yeah, he just can't move like that the whole fight. At some point you're gonna slow down and you're gonna get caught. It's just like Caleb Plant against Canelo. Moving good, and then he got past round 7 and it started being all downhill. Canelo started touching him a little bit more and more as each round went by. And that's what you're gonna see happening here. Boots Ennis just switched again. And the Ukrainian is still trying to throw that counter right hand. Now Boots Ennis is in a high guard. He's trying to come in behind the high guard and throw an off-rhythm jab. He just threw a check right hook from the southpaw stance. And he's basically now trying to walk. Ooh. See, Boots Ennis starting to touch him now. Hit him with a big straight left and right hook. I told you, the Ukrainian can't run for long. Boots Ennis just caught him again. They're just kind of staring at each other right now. But the Ukrainian fighter is he's unorthodox as hell, man. Boots Ennis caught him with another left hand. But that Ukrainian, you know what? You know why he fights like Usyk? Because he's from damn Ukraine, man. That in and out style. Yeah, it would be. I don't think he's gonna get him though. He don't look strong enough. But he got that weird style like Usyk, like Lomachenko. Those Ukrainian fighters, in and out, side to side, Ooh, the Ukrainian just got off a serious combination on Ennis. Damn, I ain't never seen Ennis get touched like that. Body shot. Yo, the Ukrainian fighting back, man. The Ukrainian is fighting back. But I just don't think he can move like this the whole fight. I just don't think so. Ooh, Boots Ennis got his good left hand off, got another left hand off. Got a right hook off on the Ukrainian. Oh, man. Oh, the Ukrainian holding him now. The Ukrainian's holding him now. I told you, he's just getting closer and closer. Boots Ennis get him with an uppercut. Right at the end of the third round, Boots Ennis hit him with a hard uppercut, man. I said round 6, we're going to round 4, so I think by round 6, it's all over. Good fight so far. It's crazy, man. Y'all think Jamel Charlo, you think the WBO was wrong to threaten stripping him for breaking his hand? Unless he proved with medical documentation that he was actually injured? Jamel Charlo was pissed off about that. He was talking about even trying to sue the WBO. But you know, it's their right. You have their belts. They just want, it's just called trust but verify. They just want to make sure that Jamel, the injury will keep him out the ring a couple months because they really want their belts defended. You know, the sanction body is all about their money. They don't care about anybody's feelings. Ron Ennis touching this Ukrainian more and more. More and more. He's getting comfortable now. Real comfortable now. He's southpaw again. And the Ukrainian doesn't seem to be using up as much of the ring as he was doing before. And I just think it's a matter of time before Boots Ennis gets to him. It's crazy, man. Can't wait to take David. Ooh, Boots Ennis just got caught with a hard shot. Caught Ennis chasing him around the ring. We just tied him up. Crazy. That herky-jerky style, man, it's kind of hard to fight a guy like that. Oh, Boots Ennis just stopped him in his tracks with a counter right hook. But the Ukrainian's moving around. Something gotta happen here, man. They've been doing this since round 1. Somebody's gonna get knocked down. There it is. There it is, Boots. Get him, Boots. Get him, Boots. You're getting their shots off on him now. It's just a matter of time. Going to the body. There it is. Oh, there it is. There it is. Boots just hurt him. Boots just hurt him. He's chopping him down. There it is. He's back orthodox now. Oh, no. Boots Ennis. I don't know what the hell that was, man. He did like an Adrian Broner jumping in with the hook and spinning around like some real. Ooh, damn. The Ukrainian hit him with a hard left hook and a hard right hand. So what this looks like to me is Boots Ennis, he's basically walking him down. And I don't think he respects the Ukrainian's power. Because to just be walking in like that, and on occasion get caught with some shots like that tells me that he realizes this guy can't hurt him because he's just all gas, no brakes, just trying to walk him down and chop him down. That's exactly what Boots Ennis is doing. It's crazy. Oh, he hit with a hard body shot. Boots Ennis hit the Ukrainian with a hard body shot just now. But the Ukrainian, he's still hanging in there. With his herky-jerky style, man. So that's it in round 4. Boots Ennis pulling a George Foreman move. He's not even sitting down in the chair. He's standing up in the corner in between rounds. But Bo Simmons is taking some hard shots. He's taking some hard shots in this fight. You know, and to be honest with you, I just don't like seeing that because if this Ukrainian can get through with those hard shots, then what's a guy like Crawford gonna do? What's a guy like Spence gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You can't come and think you're just gonna walk them down and absorb punishment at the same time. Like you can't afford to get hit with the kind of shots the Ukrainians landed. You can't afford to get hit like that by Terrence Crawford. You can't afford to get hit by that by Spence. You can't even afford to get hit by that like that by what's his name, Keith Thurman. So Gervonta Ennis, we know the position he's going to be in if he wins this fight. We understand that 120 days after Spence defends, but against his next mandatory. But look, Bo Simmons is even called for Thurman if he can't get those top fights. You want me to believe that Bo Simmons was willing to take shots, get hit by even a guy like Keith Thurman, and he'll be able to stand up to those kind of shots? And I get it, Keith Thurman hasn't knocked anyone out in a while, but everyone he fights, he hurts. So I can't see it being any different getting in there with a guy like Boots. Not saying Thurman would win. I'm just saying I think if Boots wants to try to walk Thurman down, he can get caught. Because we know Thurman has great lateral movement, and he's able to fire shots off as he's moving. And he does have heavy hands. See? So Boots got him. Boots got him. He's running now. The Ukrainian's running now. That was the best shot of the fight. Best shot of the fight right there. Crazy. Damn, boy. I thought Boots was going to drop him with that shot. Thurman can fight. I think they sleep on Thurman. Yeah, that's the only thing. Man, everybody's sleeping on Thurman, man. I gotta be fair. His inactivity, just to be honest, that's the only reason why I don't give Thurman much of a chance outside of 6 rounds, the first 6 rounds against these guys who are active. Is because he's just, and I get it, man. You married now, you got a kid, your wife from another country, brought up, trying to get her over here. She finally came over here. You got to help her acclimate. These are things that some people just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Family before everything. Family first. But at the same time, Keith Thurman, he's not a project manager. He's not the CEO or CFO of a corporation. He's a fighter. He's an athlete. Athletes have to remain active. And I think that hurt him. Yeah. I'm just being honest with you, man. I think that he did the right thing, taking care of his wife, taking care of his family, but that hurt him. It's only so much you can do in the gym. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much. Like you gotta have a fight coming up. You gotta be living the life. And it doesn't matter what sport you're doing. Like it's a lifestyle. And we know Keith Thurman has ballooned up in weight. And that's probably one of the worst things that can happen. Drinking and smoking, those are all, no-nos. But when you balloon up in weight, it hurts you. Adrian Broner stands 5'6". He stands 5'6". Adrian Broner, whenever he's becoming active, he's ballooned up over 200 pounds. Right now, he's cut some weight. But in getting ready for this fight against Redcatch, Adrian Broner was weighing over 200 pounds, man. And he stands 5'6", 5'7". Over 200 pounds. Not muscle. That's straight, macaroni and cheese and hamburgers, you know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner looking like a damn potato. But he's coming down in weight. And that's great, but man, you just can't put that kind of weight on him. And then in 90 days, you cutting 60 pounds in 90 days? That's crazy. So it's just not a healthy lifestyle. And you gotta be living the life, man. And Adrian Broner is kind of within a window like that where he fights in February, he's still got about 40 pounds to lose. How are you gonna, between now and February, cut 30, 40 pounds? I mean, it can be done, but I mean, it's not healthy. Not a healthy way to lose that weight. Boots to me looking a little frustrated. Not that, oh, he threw a good uppercut. But he looking frustrated. I think he really want to get out here and put on the show. It takes me a week to lose the pound. Well, you probably have really low body fat, man. I know when I was, like I'm 47, so I'm walking around right now about 258, right? Yeah, the fight's more. But I walk around about 258. But I could afford to lose probably 50 pounds. Now, that's me. Now, you know, about 225, that's the weight that can get me back to Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? But once I get down to 200, that's just where I'm comfortable. But it's hard for me to get down to 200 pounds, man. Like at 200, that's where you may find me in the gym looking to spar again, you know, but I couldn't imagine. And back when I was 200 pounds, you know, I used to cut. Now, it's funny. When I was in my 20s, I could cut from 200 to 160 and go fight. But as you get older, man, that metabolism change. Your body just doesn't want to cooperate with losing weight. But if you're in really good shape and have low body fat percentage, yeah, losing a pound is damn near impossible, man. Damn near impossible. But this fight here with Boots and this guy, it's not Boots' fault that the fight is boring, but at the same time, the Ukrainian, he's not making it easy. He's not really cooperating. But I'll tell you this is showing me with Boots, right? Although he's getting frustrated, it shows you that there's a certain level of maturity that he has that maybe people who are watching this with a trained eye, maybe they didn't think he had it because he's been caught several times with clean shots by this Ukrainian. And he said, okay, instead of me just trying to walk, don't duck, son, don't duck me, son. Yeah, instead of him trying to walk the Ukrainian down and just be totally reckless, he's trying to apply some intelligence in there because he'll get caught with some clean shots. The Thurman cracked me up with the don't duck me, son. Crap he was doing, you know, Paulo Malignaggi. I mean, Thurman he's not even from out that way. He's from Florida. They don't talk like that down there. I don't know what the hell Thurman was thinking. And he does talk like he has peanut butter in his mouth, so the whole duck me son shit, it just didn't go over well, you know what I'm saying? Not when you sound like you have peanut butter in your mouth. You probably shouldn't be saying, don't duck me son. You probably shouldn't be saying anything, to be honest with you, but Keith Thurman don't know how to shut up. There go your boy right there. Y'all see him? There go your boy, Gervonta Davis. Looking like little Bow Wow with them little pigtails on his head. There you go, looking like little Bow Wow. Gervonta Davis. I can't wait till this fight comes on, man. I can't wait till this fight comes on. Somebody there at the crib. Yeah. There go the other guy right there. Hector Garcia. Does anyone give Hector Garcia a chance to win this fight? Anybody giving Hector Garcia a chance? I'm giving him a chance to make the fight interesting. I'm not saying he's going to win, but I think he's going to be competitive, man. Honestly, I do. But one thing I'll tell you about Hector Garcia, I actually watched his last 3 fights. He keeps his hands too low. And like that shoulder roll, like Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll type thing, you keep your hands that low. I give him a chance. Yeah, I think he's going to put up a fight. But putting up a fight is one thing. Putting up his hands is another, which he doesn't put his hands up. Yeah, I agree with you, Victor. I'll say that. But I think what's going to be pivotal in this fight is if Garcia doesn't keep his damn hands up. He doesn't keep his hands up. You think him and Ryan are going to fight if Tank wins? This one just keep Ryan going to pull you. Nah, I think Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia is going to fight him. He's made too much noise, man. You can't come in here banging pots and pans, getting everyone's attention, to come down and just go off into a quiet space and say, nah, I don't want to fight him, or oh, I have mental health issues, or I was training too long and now I have an injury, you know. But there's always the opportunity for someone who wants to get out of fight to make up an excuse. But I really think Ryan Garcia feels he sees something because they always say a good big man always beats a good small man, right? And when you look at the two, Ryan Garcia is a good big man compared to Tank, and Tank's a good small man. So if we apply that, then Ryan Garcia should win the fight. But if that good big man don't have a damn chin, oh damn, the Ukrainian he just chin checked Boots. But I just don't think Ryan Garcia. I think after 6 or 7 rounds, I just think it's gonna be over. Yeah. Spence, Spence does have the belts hostage. I don't think he's doing it intentionally. Spence, man got injured. He was trying to make a fight with Crawford. We all know that miscommunication on both of their parts. People call Bud a duck. People say Spence and them they didn't respect him. They try to take advantage of Bud. No guarantee, blah, blah, blah. Bottom line, it sounds to me like a massive communication breakdown where there's some culpability on both ends. But right now, with Spence getting in a car accident, some people think that that's all bullshit because of the fact that this whole thing about Boots Ennis and being mandatory and standing Eunice and Ortiz. So everyone has an opinion, but I think Spence is fighting with himself because I don't think he likes making 147. And because he's struggling to make 147, like it's hard for him, he may go into a fight with some of these fighters where it's easier for them to make it right now. And Spence just may have that camp where the last day or two to make the weight is so hard that he gets in the ring, has a lackluster performance, and he gets in there with someone who he really should be, and they clip him. Like Keith Thurman. Okay? You don't hear Keith Thurman talking about struggling to make 147, although he's been inactive. King had this fight would have been happy. Yeah. I agree with you. I agree. It's the promoters. It's not the fighters. It's not the fighters. I definitely believe it's those key decision makers behind the scenes. But like I was saying, in the videos that I put up, if the fly on the wall could talk, then we get the damn truth. But you ain't gonna get bits and pieces because everybody tells it from their side, from their perspective. You know what I'm saying? But if that fly on the wall could talk, then we get the real deal. But as far as that weight cut for Spence, I really think it's torture for him to get to 147. And I think what we could see happen is he just gets in the ring, struggling to make weight. He gets in there with a guy like Thurman, and for some reason, Spence's body just doesn't cooperate. And Thurman has the stars line up, and he gets a big win. And then now Thurman has 3 belts. So when people are saying no way Thurman wins, they're short-sighted, they're nearsighted. You gotta really peel this back. Listen to what Spence is saying. Look at how big Spence is right now. Spence probably walks around about 190. Like some crazy weight. But Spence isn't a small guy. Crawford's Danny Garcia will be okay. Yeah, that'll be a good fight. I think Crawford beats him. But the thing is, Danny Garcia has a chin. Danny Garcia is durable, and Danny Garcia he's going to come to fight. If Crawford can't hurt Danny Garcia could potentially try to walk him down. A lot of people keep forgetting, when people say Crawford's a small welterweight, I don't think he's a small welterweight. Yeah, can't sleep on him. I don't think Crawford's a small welterweight, man. I think, again, you got these guys who early in their careers, they're able to melt themselves all the way down to an unbelievable weight for that moment in time. Boots is about to get this guy out of here. To get their weight down to an unbelievable weight for that moment in time. But then over the years, you see that they can't force something because it's not natural. So a guy like Crawford, I think he naturally walks around maybe about 170. So he's not a small guy. Plus, he's extremely athletic, has that wrestling background, and he's cock-strong. You know, there's one thing to be a guy who's, you know, strong from lifting weights, right? Then you get the cock-strong guy. Like some of those guys who work on farms and shit, who've been baling hay since they've been kids, get into an arm wrestling contest with them, wrestle with them, and see how they toss your ass around. It's a different type of power, and Crawford seems to have some of that power. In his body language, is just not looking good. If you're watching this fight, and it's looking kind of, and his body language don't look good, man. He looking kind of sloppy, and he's getting hit with some shots that he shouldn't be getting hit with. I don't know, man. Boring fight. And so this card was stagnant, man. I don't know. They put these guys in with some opponents that make them work. They're making them work. It's crazy. But I think I just think Crawford, man. I don't know. He need to do something, man. I still had this feeling Porter through that fight against Crawford, like he ought to make his money better when he fought Spence and then Crawford. You know, that shit, something was wrong. Something was wrong with that fight. I don't care what Kenny, Joe Jackson Porter said. Kenny, with the toothpick in his mouth, said, right? Porter was winning the fight. And we've seen Porter get hit with some monstrous shots. But you're just gonna keep going down. Then when you go down, you start punching the canvas. Yeah, so I agree with you, man. Something just didn't seem right, you know. And I don't think Crawford did anything spectacular enough to discourage. I know, right? Kenny Joe Jackson Porter, man, for him to come and say that Sean just didn't really train the way he was supposed to, man. I don't know. But I just never seen Sean Porter basically like look like he wanted a way out in the fight. But it could be kind of like Roy Jones, with Roy Jones' father, right? Remember when Roy Jones lost to Tarver, I think when he came back, he had his dad in his corner. And Roy Jones said he didn't want to win because he didn't want his dad to take the credit. Like, he didn't want his dad to look good, like he needed him or something. And with Sean Porter and his pops, there may have been a rift going on because Kenny Joe Jackson Porter, he always, you could tell when he talked and treated Sean was like he was still some little kid, man. Sean was a big man. He got a grandchild from Sean, you know what I'm saying? But he still treated him like he was this young child who still needed some kind of guidance. Like at some point, you gotta push your kids about the nest and let them go on out there and fly. You know what I'm saying? If you raise them right, they're gonna be okay. But they'll get that air underneath their wings and they're gonna be out here. But I think maybe Sean Porter just had a little bit of that Roy Jones where he's like, I don't want to pick up this big win and make this man look good, especially if his dad was putting a foot in his backside unjustifiably throughout the camp. Because his dad, and Boots Ennis is getting touched up in this fight. He's winning, but he's getting touched up. I'm just being honest with y'all. Boots Ennis is getting touched in this fight. He's looking really, not for nothing. I miss Roman. Big boxing press conference. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Broner coming back too. But I'm telling y'all right now, Boots Ennis is getting hit with some shots that he shouldn't be getting hit with. I'm telling y'all right now. You watch what all the content creators and the articles are gonna say. They're gonna talk about the fact that Boots Ennis is getting exposed. That's how they're gonna write the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Boots Ennis gets exposed. I'm not saying he's getting exposed, but what I'm saying he's getting hit. He's getting hit more than what I was accustomed to seeing. Now his dad's telling him something in the corner, but Boots Ennis is getting touched up, man. He's winning the fight. He's getting touched up. Getting hit with hooks, getting hit with straight shots. Boosting is talking to the crowd. All kind of craziness, man. That's what you do when you start getting frustrated. But Adrian Broner, man, you think Adrian Broner beat Red Catch? You think Adrian Broner beat Red Catch? I mean, just be honest. You think Adrian Broner beat Red Catch? I'm rooting for AB, but Red Catch can fight. Red Catch can fight, man. When people, I understand what Prograis did to Red Catch. But remember, Prograis and Red Catch used to spar together. And Prograis used to beat the crap out of Red Catch. So when they got in the ring, Red Catch already knew that he couldn't beat Prograis. And Prograis knew that Red Catch couldn't beat him. Yeah, so Regis Prograis made Red Catch look crazy. So now, and then Gervonta Davis, with the video floating around, showing what he did to Red Catch, everyone's almost assuming that Adrian Broner is just going to get in the fight with Red Catch and blow him out of there. Yeah, I agree with you. Adrian Broner's made some horrible decisions. But I'm just telling y'all, man, I agree with everything you just said, man. And I've been watching him for years. And I hope in this second run, he takes full advantage. But I just have a feeling he's going to get into a Red Catch. And maybe like his last fight, where he really lost that fight, but he got the decision. He's on BLK Prime. They paid this man millions. I just don't think Red Catch, unless he knocks Broner out, I don't think he's going to win on the scorecards. But I'm just telling you right now, if they're fair in that fight, if they're fair in that fight, Adrian Broner can lose. You got to punch. You got to let your hands go. You got to let your hands go, man. Yeah, man. The Adrian Broner. Y'all remember when Adrian Broner first came out? This man was in there, brushing his hair, all kind of craziness, real vocal, but he was putting up outstanding performances in the ring. And that guy, Rolly versus Broner, yeah. That guy, man, we need that guy back. But I tell you what, this is something. You see how you said Rolly versus Broner? And I think that's a good fight, but I don't think Broner will take it. Rolly Romero right now, he's not Broner out. I think he's not Broner out. Drawn in is just throwing body shots trying to get the guy out of there. But yeah, I just think that Broner used to brush his hair and all kind of craziness in the ring and going all out to Miami. You know that fool spent $1 million. Yeah, hell yeah. Rolly and Broner at the press conference. I think it would be entertaining. But yeah, y'all know Broner when he went to Miami, back when he was making all that money, you know that in like a weekend, that fool blew $1 million, right? That's the kind of nonsense he used to do. He blew $1 million in a weekend, renting luxurious vehicles and just, the hotels and partying and just all the crap he was doing. He spent $1 million in a weekend. He talks about it, I think, on, I don't know if it was on Vlad, but he was talking about how the kind of lifestyle he was living and everything, but I think even the press conference now, right? I don't think Adrian Broner will be as reckless with his words as he was in the past. Because although that stuff was entertaining, although that helped to sell tickets, and it helped to raise his profile, that hurt his brand as well. Because when you're winning, yeah, he probably is in window with that damn plunger snaking. He is trying to snake that damn money out the toilet, right? Yeah, that rapper. Yeah, man, he was out there trying to rap too, man. I mean, come on, man. But you remember Danny Garcia was trying to rap too. They had him out there, man, with his shirt off looking foolish in the videos and shit. out there rapping with no shirt on, man. I think he had on some like Bugle Boy jeans or something. Al Haymon came in and tried all kind of ways to make money with these guys, man. But it is what it is, man. It would try something different, having fun. But I was laughing. But with Adrian Broner, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if he'll let his hands go. In my opinion, Adrian Broner should have never lost to Mikey Garcia. Adrian Broner, even in that Pacquiao fight, he didn't really give himself a chance. He had a really fantastic moment in that Pacquiao fight. And just because he landed that one shot, to him, he won the fight. You know what I'm saying? But there are fights that Adrian Broner has been in. He should have never lost. He should have never lost. Yeah. Yeah, no, Adrian Broner, man, he can rap. He can rap. I just don't listen to a lot of that crap, man. But I when he first was doing it, I was listening to him and on some of those instrumentals and rapping and everything. I put it to you this way. He's far better than a lot of these guys who have gone on to sell millions of records and make millions of dollars and rap right now. Because I can at least understand what he's saying. And, you know, his wordplay is pretty clever, opposed to these guys who are just saying nothing. I can't take that. Mm-hmm. You know, talking about that obsession with Floyd, right? All right, y'all tell me this. You think Floyd was wrong to not host an exhibition between him and Broner to make sure they both made like $100 million apiece or $50 million apiece? You think Floyd should have had an exhibition with Broner to put money in Broner's pocket? And that was one of Broner's complaints about Floyd. He said, if it was me, and this was my friend or someone I consider a little brother, and I had the opportunity to have an exhibition, and I would have had, and it was Floyd, if the roles were reversed, he said he would have had an exhibition with Floyd, go out there, mess around, and each of them make $100 million or $50 million. That's what Broner said. He said Floyd wouldn't do it. Because he said Floyd doesn't want for anyone to be bigger than him. Yeah, so two things. I think Al Haymon and Floyd at the time knew not to really get too involved. You know, sometimes you gotta long handle spoon feed people you're close to, man. You know what I'm saying? And with Broner, with the type of stuff he was getting shot up, getting his car shot up, lawsuits, you know, all kind of craziness was happening with Broner. I just think they were like, it's best to keep our distance from him. So to me, Broner, he burned that bridge. Okay, so that's how I see that. Now, as far as with the padded gloves, and Madonna messing with the padding, hell yeah, they mess with the padding, man. Yeah, I think they mess with those gloves. I think they mess with those gloves. I do. I think they mess with those gloves. I mean, if you try to do it with Floyd, why wouldn't you try to do it with Adrian Broner? You got away with it, right? So I do think those gloves were manipulated and broken down in a kind of way. No, hold on now. I'm not saying Madonna didn't beat him. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you try to manipulate the gloves against Floyd, right, and they caught it and recognized it, hold on, something ain't right here. All I'm saying is, there's a chance it was done before. And I wouldn't put it past it. Especially, and I'm going to tell you why, right? Robert Garcia is telling Madonna in the fight to fight him dirty. So if you will sit there and say that to your fighter, knowing there's the microphone there, the camera's there, that means you don't care that the world knows that you're okay with your fighter being dirty and cheating. But if no one's watching, shit, man. I mean, I got that's all I'm saying. I see what you're saying, Victor, right? But I think Broner had the pop to make Madonna respect him because he broke Madonna's jaw. And Madonna said Broner was the hardest puncher he fought. But I think what happened is as soon as the fight started, Broner felt those shots. And as a result, he wasn't able to get off the punches the way he wanted to get comfortable because he felt their power. And Broner even said, he was like, he said it, made Johnny hit hard. He said that B is hard as F. So, again, he's in the ring getting hit like that. Yeah. So I try to be as fair as possible, man. You know, I'm neutral, but I definitely think, damn, Boots Ennis is getting touched, man. But I definitely think if you try to with Floyd and you got Robert Garcia in your corner, so, all right, I'll put it to you like this. We all follow boxing, right? With Panama Lewis, when he hooked up with Louis Resto was just known as a tough guy, but he wasn't winning no fights, right? It looked like his career was over, right? Maidana lost to Devon Alexander. Looked like his career was over, right? Hooked up with Robert Garcia, and what started happening? He started winning fights again. So I'm not saying that Robert Garcia is Panama Lewis. But what I'm saying is we want to draw comparisons, right? You got Panama Lewis turned Louis Resto's career over, became a knockout artist. What's his name? Robert Garcia gets his hands on Maidana, turns his career around, makes him a knockout artist. He was already strong, but make him to a real knockout artist. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I agree, Andrew Ellis, man. And I agree with you, Vic, it's cheating, but yeah. If Broner would have just let his hands go, man, and shit, all of his fights, especially that damn Mikey Garcia fight, ain't no way in the world he would have lost to Mikey Garcia. And you can say he lost to Granados, to just be real. You can say he lost to Granados as a result of not letting his hands go. But, you know, he got the gift decision, and it is what it is. Not that he earned it, you know. I ain't gonna sit here and act like he earned it, because I personally don't think he earned it. I apologize if it's a little bit dim, man. Let me show you. This one's going. See my little one? I don't know if you can see it. That's my little one, man. He there sleeping. Let me put this one light on right here. And wherever I go, that little joker want to be right up underneath me. Underrated fight, Luis Collazo. Yeah, Luis Collazo, man. You know what? You know what I would have liked? I'm plugging this phone up. You know what I would have liked to see? Collazo. I would have liked to see Collazo get sit down. I would have liked to see Collazo get a big win, just like what's his name, El Banana, the Dominican fighter. If he was to get a big win and get some big money before he called it quits, because Collazo to me was a better fighter than El Banana, but Collazo still didn't really get the respect that he deserves as a fighter, or the money that he deserved to make. But yeah, I definitely think Collazo was underrated. He didn't get as many opportunities that he deserved either. We'll get this charger for this phone, man. It's crazy. But we'll get a charger real quick, man. Upstairs. Grab this charger real quick. Oh. Go back downstairs. Boots Ennis won that fight, but he didn't look that good. Go back downstairs. Nah, I wasn't expecting a decision either. Horrible. Plug this up. There we go. Y'all hold on 1 second. All right. Just had to run out there real quick. Uh-oh. Hopefully y'all got fire sticks, man. Y'all not paying for these fights. Botsinis looks frustrated that he wasn't able to get that guy out of there. Yeah. Hell yeah, better get you a fire stick. And this damn thing always acts up. This, please try again. All right. I gotta do this. Let me get back into this thing. Every now and then when you have that fire stick, man, it'll kick off. You go down here. It'll kick the stream off, so you gotta update it again and go back in. Yeah, Collazo got robbed, man. It's frustrating when you see these big name fighters with the big following that bring the big money. How they do a lot of these fighters, you know what I'm saying? It's foul. You know who Collazo reminds me of? He reminds me of what's his name, Emmanuel Augustus. The guy who could really fight, who fought just about everybody, but his record doesn't necessarily represent what he brought to the ring. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see that. And so far, man, with these fights, Demetrius Andre wasn't very impressive. Rashidi Ennis, he lost. He looked less than average. And then Gervonta Ennis, again, he was getting touched up. So far the fight, man, you might be going Laporte. Yeah, Laporte was another one. Good fighter, man, just didn't get that respect. So you know, this is what is unfortunate, man. You know, you look at this, you look at the undercard for Tank Davis, and they're about to start. So you look at the undercard, there go your boy. Tank Davis getting ready. But when you look at the undercards, they got the right names on there to sell the fight. Looks like they're gonna come out here, man, and do some damage. You know what I'm saying? And represent them. They get in there, and sometimes it's not what we anticipate. You know. But I'm surprised about Gervonta Ennis. We already know when it comes to Demetrius Andre, and Demetrius Andre, he's gonna fight his fight. But I really thought Botsinis would have knocked his guy out, got his guy out of there, man. I really expected him to get his guy out of there, but that's not what happened.
The fans have supported this youngster in Gervonta Davis, one of the most electrifying fighters in the sport.
Yeah, me too, yes. It's just being real, man. And to be honest, and I was talking earlier about Gervonta Davis and how I think he can go from 135 to 140, he may pick up a belt at 147, right? And there was some, I can't remember who I was talking to on it, but they were saying that because I was talking about De La Hoya, Mayweather, Mosley, and even Sugar Ray Leonard, these guys who bubbled up in weight divisions and were able to dominate in every one. But they pointed out the fact that, you know, Mosley, Mayweather, Pacquiao, De La Hoya, no matter what weight class they were in, they were dominating and knocking people out. And I was like, you know, that they're making a valid point. So when you look at a guy like Gervonta Ennis, who everyone is trying to say, all right, we're going to hand the torch to him. He's going to carry on the welterweight division, carry it forward. But if you're not in there with a guy like who is in front of him and getting him out of there, to me that hurts. That hurts your profile. And the same thing with Tank Davis. He's been knocking people out, and that's why he's a star. But if Tank can knock this guy out, I'm telling you, the guy has over 400 amateur bouts, man. It's almost 1 a.m. and this fight still ain't happening. Yeah, I know. They dragging ass, right?
He beat a top prospect.
But
Came
I
back.
think my little man got to use the restroom.
Great
Hold on one second. Let me take my little man to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
He's not someone to sleep on. I feel as though he's a tough opponent. This will prepare me for, the Ryan fight. So hopefully we don't get too banged up in this fight, so we can put it on Ryan. But we definitely looking past this guy. I feel as though he's tough. He's tough, and I just want to go out there and put on a good performance in front of a nice crowd and show him that I'm actually one of the top guys. I want to send my prayer and love out to one of the Bill players that hurt themselves actually playing the sport on the field. You know what I mean? DeMar Henry, wish him a speedy recovery. I hope he make it, bring it to his family and friends.
All right, I'm back, man. So I take my 5-year-old to go use the restroom. But what I was saying is, you're supposed to be the next best thing in that weight division. You gotta knock people out.
Just be ready.
You know?
Be ready. I feel as though this kid is great.
Could be. You know, Tank showed up
Hector,
an hour and a half late to the damn weigh-in. And even to the, I think the press conference. Tank has been showing up, fashionably late. And you know who else used to do that too? Floyd Mayweather. He was known to show up fashionably late. Press conferences, weigh-ins, even fight night, show up late, frustrate his opponent. All little mind games, to give himself an advantage.
I feel as though he definitely someone that.
But this is ridiculous, you know what I'm saying?
While we're fighting.
Also, it doesn't help that when the guys on the undercard, they can't knock their guys out. Everything goes to a damn decision.
So that was Gervonta
Horrible.
Davis getting ready.
That really drags the night out. You figure 10 3-minute rounds, 12 3-minute rounds, and then with, how whenever the referee stops the fight, shit, man, that could be like 45 minutes every fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a long damn time to be waiting, man. There we go, right there. See that? About to get started right now, man. I'll be glad when they get the damn ring walks around. As soon as this ends, take my little man upstairs. My other 3 sons are upstairs sleeping right now. I'm gonna go up there and go to sleep too. Y'all think Tank should stay at 135, or you think he should try to do like Adrian Broner and kind of carefully select an opponent at 140, which he already did with Barrios, but another opponent at 140 or go to 147? You think Tank should go up to 147 to fight Keith Thurman? What y'all think? Y'all think Tank should fight Keith Thurman? If not Keith Thurman, who do you think he should fight at 147? You don't have an opinion on it?
Floyd wished him all the best, and he's glad he did that. So I think with Tank Davis, this is his first opportunity. He plans to have a massive year. He said, look, I want to fight 3 times this year. I'm not overlooking Hector.
He's trying to fight 3 times this year.
I want to fight. Apparently, there's a fight set up.
So you got Hector Garcia, Ryan Garcia, and maybe Devin Haney. But if he gets an opportunity to fight someone at 147, I don't know, man. Rashidi Ellis he would beat Rashidi Ellis. I'm telling you that right now. But Rashidi Ellis isn't a big fight for him. Rashidi Ellis just lost.
Garcia coming into Davis's backyard for the
Yeah, I agree with you, NC.
He was an unwanted team.
When they called Keith Thurman out, Keith Thurman was like, send the contract. Keith Thurman wanted to jump all over that. It was like, he wants to come up to 147. Keith Thurman was offended by that. No. Finally. I'm about to start the damn fight. Let me show you real quick. So they about to start the fight real quick. That's good. Took forever to get the damn thing started, right?
Hector Garcia looking to seize the moment.
Tiene los brazos y tengo los brazos. ¿Cómo tiene
You think Chris Colbert will make a comeback?
poder?
Or you think he's all mouth? Because he sure as hell ducked Frank Martin, didn't he?
He want to make a name for himself.
Chris Colbert didn't want nothing to do with Frank Martin. Which is smart to me. Frank Martin,
Tiene que regalarme un cameo
yeah, he ducked him, didn't he?
en la película o algo.
But Frank Martin is a problem. Frank Martin can fight, man. He can fight. I honestly, I'll be honest with you, man. I thought Rivera, and I was wrong, which I don't mind being wrong. I thought Rivera was gonna knock out Frank Martin, or at least outpoint him. That is not how that worked out. Now that could be a situation where, like what I said earlier, you get a guy who's struggling to make weight, like Earl Spence, right? And on that particular night, stars just don't line up. And the other guy, stars line up, and he wins and he shines. Because Rivera was struggling with weight. He probably shouldn't have went into that fight. So he goes in the fight after being grossly dehydrated, and he just gets his ass beat. You know, he got beat down by Frank Martin. But then you look at after the fight, you know, because he went into the hospital before the fight, and after the fight he had to still go to the hospital to get checked up. Not the post-fight medical stuff they go through. You know, he had to go in there again because of just being dehydrated, man, and his body just not responding the way it needed to when recovering from the fight. And I doubt he's gonna fight at 135 anymore. Rivera again, like Devin Haney. You know, those guys, they need to move up in weight. Because Devin Haney looks crazy. You see Devin Haney when he drops down to 135? He looks ghoulish. You know, he looked like goddamn Skeletor from He-Man. Y'all remember Skeletor from He-Man? That's what Devin Haney looked. Face all sunken in, eyes look crazy. Now that's just not healthy. That's not healthy, man. This man running around here like Skeletor. What's going on, brother, man? I appreciate you jumping on here, man. BVO boxing. You know, everyone that's on here, man, it means a lot to me, you know. Devin is a welterweight. Hell yeah, he's a welterweight. Devin he's a goddamn cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Devin Haney, man, he really should be fighting. He really should be fighting at 147, but 140 may be the sweet spot. But to see how that man looks when he rehydrates, he doesn't even like the same human being. You know what I mean? How you rehydrating 20 pounds, man? That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that fight was close. People can say what they want. Boots Ennis, I'm telling you how the headlines are going to read. Boots Ennis got exposed. That's how it's going to read. But we know styles make fights, you know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, Devin Haney, him and Lomachenko, right? Yeah, that's right, it's a business. I think, I'm not so sure anymore that Devin Haney is going to beat Lomachenko. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, BVO boxing, man. Yep, I agree. You still got to kill yourself to get to 140. But if he's fighting, you're going to see him take this fight late notice? No. Nope. Hector Garcia had a full training camp. Full training camp, so he should come in here, man, and handle business. And what I mean by that is give a fair representation of himself. But for Devin Haney, I'm not so sure Devin Haney is going to beat Lomachenko. I think he should, but because of this weight issue, yeah, I'm starting to really, well, yeah, I'm really starting to pay attention to what these guys are saying about how hard it is to lose that weight. Because you look at what Haney did to, yeah, Hector Garcia didn't take that fight on late notice. But yeah, with Devin Haney, I'm not so sure Devin Haney beats no damn Lomachenko because if he has to kill himself to make that 135, he already doesn't want to do it. So he's forcing himself to do something. And Lomachenko, see, this is the thing. They keep saying Lomachenko's a smaller fighter. It's like we were saying earlier in this live, right? These guys at 130 who coming up in weight, they're more strong. They're stronger, man. I'll go to the stop moving fight. Yeah, they're stronger. You know what I'm saying? But I just think Lomachenko may catch Devin Haney, where the stars just don't line up for Devin Haney because of his weight. But he's disciplined, and he's shown that when he gets in the ring, the weight loss doesn't affect him. So, but I just have a feeling if the weight is that much of a problem, it could just show up in this next 70 fight. But you're right, Loma is a small lightweight. BVO, you're right. He is a small lightweight. But if Devin Haney, for some reason, the fatigue sets in, the body doesn't cooperate, the rehydration and everything, just if for some reason the stars aren't lining up for Devin Haney, cutting the weight and rehydrating, could be a problem. Yeah. If Shakir remains disciplined and fight smart, yeah, he can beat Tank. But we all know what happens with guys like Tank and Deontay Wilder, you know. They just have to, for 1 second of the fight. The other guy has to be perfect the whole fight. They just need for 1 second of the fight, and the fight can be over. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Tank can box. Yeah, Devin Haney been fighting at 135 for a long time. You know, that fighting at 135, man, as a young man. Now he's a man. Body ain't the same. It's like Teofimo's dad kept him at that weight for all that time, and I'm not so sure Teofimo, I don't know what they're saying, something about his heart and lungs or some shit. And he should have died in the ring. That just, Cambosos put that Australian kangaroo whoop ass on him. And now, what's his name started making all those excuses, man. Teofimo Lopez. But to be fighting at 135 when you really should be fighting at 147, 154, but you're trying to be a weight bully, that takes a toll on you, man. That's not healthy. That's not healthy to do, man. That's just not natural. Just for that moment in time to hit that scale, bing, you made the weight, and that's it. Yeah, Teofimo has lost his power. He's lost his confidence. I think Teofimo has just become a stepping stone. Oh, Boots versus Ortiz. After watching this fight right here, I think Virgil Ortiz knocks Boots out. I know some people probably don't shoot me for saying that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Virgil Ortiz. You know, styles make fights, but if Boots can get hit with the type of shots he was getting hit with by this Ukrainian, and Ortiz just keeps coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. I agree. Tomorrow I'm gonna I'm supposed to go work out with my kids over at the football field at this high school, but I'm gonna make time to do some videos about that. I honestly think Boots, I already said that's what the narrative's gonna be. He got exposed. Yeah, the fight, Jay, the fight hasn't started yet. It's about to, but yeah. See, the thing is, they gotta be fair, man. I get it. Some people, they want to speak up Boots, they want to speak up Tank, they want to speak up Haney, they want to speak up Wilder. You gotta be fair. You gotta do a video about Boots. I'm gonna do a video about Boots and Ortiz, and I'm gonna talk about what I saw here tonight. You know. But you just got to be fair to all the boxers, you know, and that's why I think with my boxing channel, man, if I was cussing and acting crazy and being biased to certain fighters, maybe by now my boxing channel, even though I've only had it for about 7 months, maybe I'd be at 10,000 subscribers. But that ain't my style. You know what I'm saying, man? I'd rather get people on here who's not gonna cuss at each other, who's not one person has used the N-word in my chat. Not one person has cussed in my chat. That's the kind of people I wanna vibe with. If somebody wants to, once they got that super thanks button to donate, I mean, that's cool, but I'm not really tripping either. But I'm not gonna go out here to try to have 10,000, 20,000 subscribers, and I can't even handle reading through the comments because now my PTSD is flaring up because I'm reading through that and now I'm getting angry. So I can't take all that nonsense. I think Bulls needs to humble himself before it's too late. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Bulls showed unprofessionalism in that ring tonight, man. When he's talking to the crowd and making faces and all these antics. That's like, who used to do that? Zab Judah used to do that shit. If you beat, like when Floyd Mayweather was beating Zab Judah maybe started doing his hands like this and frowning his face and acting crazy. That's what happens when you're losing the fight or someone's hitting you. You're getting hit. You're getting embarrassed. And Boots showed some of those qualities. We've never seen him behave like that. It's like with Anthony Joshua. Yeah, I'm being honest with you. It's like with AJ. We saw what happened to him with Usyk in those 2 fights, right? He was getting touched up. He didn't like it, and he fell apart. Boots is like a front runner. Yeah, I think just from watching that fight with Boots, this one right here, I think if Boots can't get you out of this, I think he gets frustrated. But coupled with that, Boots was getting hit. You see, Boots was getting hit with some hard shots. Now, we're not in the ring taking those shots, but you can look and see. A clean shot is a clean shot. And Boots was getting hit with some clean shots, man. And I think he was embarrassed. And I think he came down there. A lot of fans came out to see him. The whole boxing community is watching because he's supposed to be the next big thing. And he didn't turn up the way we were hoping. Or how he was hoping. Your boy Gervonta Davis about to fight. They're announcing his name right now, talking about his record. But I think Boots got exposed, man. First, let me say it the correct way. Rashidi Ellis got exposed. Boots, it just shows that he has some more work to do before he messes around with a Spence or a Crawford. Demetrius Andre, it shows us that Demetrius Andre will probably never, ever get the big money fights because he's just jostling around weight division after weight division, and I think he's kind of out of his league right now at 168. I think Caleb Plant hurts him. I think David Benavidez decapitates him. And Canelo, I think Canelo demolishes him as well, man. Andre just isn't young anymore, and it's unfortunate because so many of his good years just been wasted. Some of it is his fault. And a lot of it, some of it's not. Guys didn't want to fight him. But they about to start. The referee talking to him now. Okay, they're going back to their corners. They're about to start round 1. I like to talk a lot, but if I get a little quiet, I apologize. But Gervonta Davis is bouncing around and smiling. He's looking like little Bow Wow with the little pigtails in his head. They have a little lowrider bouncing around in the background. So here they go. They're about to start. I wish I could show y'all this, man, but YouTube, they'll ban the damn channel. Uh-oh, fight started. There we go. Like the man said, we're underway now. Okay. Round 1, here we go. Ain't really nothing going on right now, just kind of pawing with the jab. Gervonta just jabbed to the body. The Dominican is just kind of there. Just kind of there with his lead arm just kind of circling around, kind of touching each other's gloves, trying to see if they'll take the bait. Oh, man, good jab by, both of them landed good jabs. Gervonta got his high guard, tight defense. But Gervonta Davis' gloves look big, man.
Neither of those guys
Why the hell his glove look so big and Garcia's glove looks small? It's like Garcia had the knockout puncher's glove on, and Ryan Garcia, and Gervonta Davis has on. I don't know, man. Like I don't know. It just don't look that he has a puncher's glove on when comparing it to Hector Garcia's gloves. But so far, just a couple jabs, nothing serious. Nobody really throwing any power shots. Just kind of feeling each other out. They're both southpaws, so it's probably a little different for them to be in the ring with another southpaw. It's not often where two southpaws actually fight each other. But Garcia got that he got that left hand cocked, but he's got that right hand down. And I'm sure Gervonta Davis, I know that for a fact they've trained on that because that's something they were talking about in the All Access videos where they talked about that. So I wouldn't be surprised if at some point here early in the fight, Davis throws that left to try to get to him because Hector Garcia has that damn right on there. But he could be using that to bait Tank to throw that left so he could counter him with his backhand. Right now they're just kind of standing in the ring. Garcia just kind of tapping on Tank's hand, but nobody really, the leather's not flying yet. Just kind of moving around and, okay, see, I knew it. As soon as Tank tried to let a shot go, Garcia tried to counter him with that damn left hand. So now Tank is sitting here, kind of circling the ring now, holding his ground. But Hector Garcia is trying to counter Tank with that damn left hand. That's exactly what he's doing. But Tank got his hands up. Defense is on point. Ooh. Kind of quiet first round, man, but I tell you what he's doing. Hector Garcia is trying to counter. He's trying to counter Tank Davis. But I'd have to give that first round to Tank Davis, although it was both of them had a low output. Tank was the more active fighter. But again, very low output from both of them. But Tank won that first round. But I'm telling you right now, this next round, they're going to have to pick it up. Hector Garcia is going to have to pick it up because what we know, if he wants to win this fight, he can't get behind the scorecards. First of all, they're in D.C. Now, if Hector Garcia and his team did their homework, you know what the hell they did to Amir Khan when he fought Lamont Peterson out there in D.C. Y'all remember that? That was a robbery. Lamont Peterson and Amir Khan, they robbed Amir Khan. They took his title and gave it to Peterson. And the thing about it, that same stinking referee that robbed Amir Khan in that fight, that stinking referee was the one in the Pritchard Cologne fight. That Pritchard Cologne fight was going on Daniel Bynum. That Pritchard Cologne fight was the same referee that let that fighter punch him behind his head round after round after round. So that referee he's a bum. But again, Hector Garcia better let his hands go because this is DC. Tank's the favorite anyway. And he gonna have to knock him out. He gonna have to do like Bivol did to Canelo. He gonna have to beat him down every round to where they can't rob him. But I think Tank is a superior fighter anyway. Garcia's got that damn, he fights southpaw. He got that right hand down by his knee. That's just stupid. Because all Tank has to do is step over to his right and throw that jab just to kind of, as a blinding jab, not to do damage, and then let that hand go real quick, the left hand go, and he'll touch Garcia. He just has to, I would double up that jab. The first one to touch him, the second one like a half jab, and then come back with that backhand left hand, and he would touch Garcia. But they're both real hesitant, man, to let their hands go. But Gervonta is definitely more active. He just threw a nice jab to the body. Garcia just tried to throw a lead right hook. And he's just there kind of holding his ground, but he's not really doing much. So it looks to me like Hector Garcia is really trying to, he just landed a little uppercut, Garcia. He's really trying to hold his ground and counter Gervonta Davis. Really trying to get that left hand into the picture. Garcia just threw a body shot that was a little bit low, and Tank kind of motioned to the ref like, all right, he threw a low blow. Didn't look intentional, but he did throw it kind of low. Okay, Hector Garcia just threw a 1-2. First time I see him throw a 1-2. Tank letting some shots go right now. Getting closer. But he hasn't let anything. Oh, there you go. Tank just threw a little left hand to the body, right hook. And came up with a right hook to the midsection. Jab. How's the legs looking? Shit. Nah, both of their legs look pretty good, man. But I'll tell you what, Hector Garcia is he's standing flat-footed. So that tells me that, like, he just threw a shot to Tank's midsection. It was a wide right hook to his body, but he's standing flat-footed, so he's getting all of his weight behind his shots. So I think Hector Garcia, he's not trying to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. He's trying to hold his ground and maybe knock Davis out. Davis just landed a straight left. But Garcia, what it looks like to me is his plan is to try to knock Davis out. I'm just not so sure he's going to be able to do that. But he's trying. He's trying to get him out of there, man. It's crazy. So we're going into the third round. I think we're going to start seeing the leather fly now. Yeah, Tank Davis, man. That's one quality that Tank Davis has. That's why I always say I think Tank, when compared to a lot of the other fighters from different weight divisions as well, that Tank Davis is a disciplined fighter. He's a real disciplined fighter, man. A lot of fighters just aren't disciplined like that. You gotta have discipline to stay patient, man. To stay patient. It takes a lot of patience to be able to get into a fight, man, and decide to know you can knock somebody out, but to not really let your hand go until after rounds 5 or 6. Kind of allow the opponent to slow down. For those of you who are still hanging in there, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. Garcia still hasn't done much of anything, so to me, he's already on track to losing his right to complain about losing by decision, because he's not letting his hands go at all. He just kind of pawn with the jab, even threw like a little pawn right hook, but not to really knock anyone out. They're not. Hector Garcia is not even hitting Tank. He's pawn with the shot. Tank is the one trying to throw some hard shots, but he just threw a hard left but got countered. So Tank is, oh shit. Hector Garcia just countered Tank with a heavy left hand, but Tank is shaking it off. But now they're starting to let the leather fly here in round 3. Oh shit. Garcia hit him with a lead right hook. He came with the left hand behind it. So he threw a 3-2. And he caught Tank. But Tank can't let this Dominican get comfortable and start letting shots go. Because the Dominican is taller and he has longer arms. So I think that Dominican, remember, the man had 400 amateur fights. People keep forgetting. The man had 400 amateur fights. He knows what he's doing. And he's trying to set up Tank. He's trying to time him. He just caught Tank again with that left hand. Tank immediately tried to come back, but you know, the guy, he's hit Tank with a couple shots this round. But Tank's trying to come back. He's trying to come back with his shots. Oh shit! Garcia hit Tank with a hard left hand. Tank better do something. He can't afford to be taking shots like that. That Dominican fighter, I'm telling you, man, he's standing flat-footed. Oh, Tank just caught him with left hand. That Dominican fighter, he's fighting flat-footed. He's no kidding. He's throwing, when he is letting his hands go, he's throwing shots to try to knock Tank out. He's trying to knock Tank out, man. But he's not. He's just not doing enough. But he did land the cleaner shots in this round. Tank got to do something. Tank got to do something. Yeah, so that's the end of the next of that round. I tell you what. Right now I got Tank winning, but that round I got to give that round to Hector Garcia. But Tank gonna have to let his hands go, man. He can't let this guy, you know, he can't let this guy pop shot him like that and counter him like that. He can't do that. But I think in this next round, Tank gonna have to pick it up. He got to do something because if this Dominican fighter start getting comfortable, it's gonna be it's gonna make the fight interesting. I'll put it to you like that. Because I was surprised that he hit Tank with those shots he hit him with just now. Damn. He didn't hurt him. He didn't hurt him, but you could tell that he got Tank's attention with those shots. He definitely got his attention. Hector Garcia's corner, man, you know, they over there celebrating like they won the fight already. So right now it's 2-1. I got Tank winning 2 rounds and Hector Garcia winning 1 round. Tank round 1 and 2, and Garcia he won round 3. Now it's in round 4. Tank's coming out, he's jabbing. Garcia is still kind of pawing with his jab, but he's standing flat-footed. He got that right arm down low, and he got the left arm cocked. Tank has both hands up. He's on his defense right now, and he's just he's just studying Garcia right now. You can see Tank's kind of looking for an opportunity, but he's not getting reckless. He's not being careless. He's being patient, but he's trying to close the distance right now. Tank's trying to close the distance right now. He's getting closer. Tank's getting closer. Oh, good counter by Tank. Hit him with a nice counter left hand, a nice jab. Hector Garcia just hit him a nice body shot. Oh shit, boy, they're trading right now. There you go, Tank. Everything Tank's doing, Garcia's trying to respond. The difference is, what's his name, Hector Garcia. Like I said, he's standing flat-footed. So it looks like his shots have a little more power on it. That's what I was telling people. They keep saying Hector Garcia is a smaller man. I tell you, he's not a damn smaller man. It's the fact that he came up 5 pounds and gives him an advantage. Oh, Tank caught him with a nice left hand. Oh, shit. Tank just touched him. Oh. Tank hit him with a right hook to the body and a left. Oh, shit. Tank touching him now, boy. He's backing him up with them shots now. Garcia don't like that. Damn. Hector Garcia don't like that, boy. Tank hit him with some hard shots just now. Oh, damn. Tank gonna mess around and knock him out. God damn. Oh, shit. Tank about to knock this man out. Oh, god damn. Tank about to knock him out. Tank about to knock him out. Tank about to knock him out. Oh, god damn. Hit him again, Tank. Oh, shit. Damn. Damn. The action is intensifying. Tank about, wow, man. Tank hurt him. Tank hurt him bad in that round. Wow, boy. This has been the most entertaining round. Shit. Hey, Tank almost got him out of there. Tank hurt him. Tank hurt him in that round. Oh, man. That right hook, Tank dipped to his right. He threw an uppercut to the body, then came over with that left hand. He did that. Every time he threw that combination, he caught Garcia. Tank would push him all across the ring. Yeah, he hurt him. Damn. Tank hurt him. Tank hurt him bad in that round. Tank hits hard with both hands. He hits hard with both hands, I'm telling you. Both hands. So I think going into this next round, you watch, Hector Garcia is not going to sit there and try to trade with him no more. I think Tank just earned his respect in that round. Wow. Wow. So this is the start of round 5 right now. So now at the back in the middle of the ring, Tank is he's just holding his ground, high guard, kind of dipping to the right, got a little bit of a side-to-side movement. Garcia is still kind of pawing with his jab. He threw a little, got a little speedy right hook up top, nothing to do damage, more like a, just kind of flashing it out there. Tank is stepping back, creating a little space. And Tank is looking to close the distance again. Got his guard up. He's parrying shots right now. Tank is stepping to him, closing the distance. Just do a little 1-2. Tank getting a little bit closer now. Getting closer and closer. But you can see Tank Davis is just waiting to explode. But then Tank got a little bit closer, got the jab in. Hector Garcia, he looks like he's worried about getting hit now. He's not, Tank is getting closer, but Garcia, he felt that power in that last round. You can see he's scared to let a shot go. Tank just hit him with a hard left hand. Yeah, Tank got his respect in that last round, I'll tell you that. Tank got his respect, so now, Garcia coming back to life, do a little 3-2, right hook, straight left hand, and came back with the 3 again, a little 3-2-3. Tank is just sitting back being patient. He's just watching them. There go Tank, he just let go of 1-2. Barely missed the left hand, he just tried the left hand again. Just do it again and landed that one. Don't run there. Exactly. Yeah, don't run. Don't be scared. They say, don't be scared. Tank is getting closer, trying to let his hands go. Garcia is more or less fighting now to kind of, oh, damn, Tank just hit a crazy left hand. But Garcia is more fighting to survive. He doesn't look like he's trying to win the fight now because he knows that Tank got that damn, he got those damn heavy ass hands. There it is, Tank closing the distance on him. Garcia just looks like he's in a survival mode now, man. He just came off the ropes for the first time. Tank had Garcia up on the ropes. First time his back touched the ropes. So Garcia is moving back. So whenever you have a fighter who doesn't going back, they in trouble. It's like when De La Hoya fought Mayweather. Mayweather comes forward, but when you have a man who doesn't go back, going back, that means that his ass is in trouble. Tank won that round too. He just got heavy hands, man. You can see when he sat down and he traded in round 4, and he touched up Hector Garcia. Hector Garcia hasn't been the same since. Hasn't been the same since, man. When he felt that power, Hector Garcia, he's no longer fighting to win. He's fighting to survive. He's afraid to stand there and go toe-to-toe and commit. He felt that power, man. His Tank hit hard in both hands. Both hands. He hit hard with both hands, man. He hit him with that left hook, that left hand, and that right hook. I'm telling you, he buzzed him good. They just icing Tank down right now. Putting some ice on his head, and they all smiles in Tank corner. They all smiles right now. Round 6 is about to start right now. Okay, there they go. They're back in the center of the ring now. Garcia came out real aggressive and threw a right hook real quick, trying to catch Davis off guard. What that tells me is I expect Garcia to do something dirty in this fight, because for him to come out the ring, come out the corner like that, I mean, is he trying to catch Davis cold? That's some shade. I mean, it's boxing, but that's kind of shady. You know what I'm saying? As soon as the bell rings, you come out the corner and you just try to catch a guy cold and throw a cheap shot at him, man. I just think I just think that's corny, man. But hey, it's fine. But when guys start getting desperate, they start doing that. They start doing them dirty tactics, man. And to me, Hector Garcia is getting desperate. Oh shit, he landed a good right hook on Tank Davis though. Good shot on Tank Davis. Tank fighting right-handed right now. Tank fighting orthodox right now. Okay, now he just went back southpaw. Damn, I never seen Tank fight orthodox. The hell Tank doing fighting orthodox? Tank don't ever fight orthodox, man. So you better stop playing around with this switch hit, man, before this Dominican lands something crazy on him. That's the last thing that Tank needs. It's crazy. So there you go. They're just shoulder to shoulder right now, trying to hold, see who can get the best position and do some inside fighting right now. Oh, damn, good shot by Tank. Ooh. Ooh, Tank letting his hands go now. Uppercuts, hooks. Okay, he wasn't really throwing those punches before. He tried the uppercut. Oh, damn, Tank he just caught him with that left hand again. I like what he did. He threw like a 4-5, like half hook, half uppercut. He hit him on the elbow. He came back real quick and went up top. That was real smart of Tank. Oh shit. Tank caught him again. Garcia trying to go to Tank's body. He's answering back, but he's throwing body shots now. Garcia throwing body shots towards Tank. That's why we call him the switch. Yeah. I never knew Tank could switch like that. Oh, they traded now. I'm telling you, it's just a matter of time. That you can tell that somebody gonna land, or they're gonna take this caught him with he doubled up the jab and came over that left. Oh, God damn. Tank let that left hand go, he's landing it too. Yeah, round 6. So right now I got a 5 rounds to 1 for Tank. But I'm telling you, once Hector Garcia felt that power, in round 4, he hasn't been the same fighter since, man. I just think if Tank wasn't really press on the gas, he would knock him out. I'm telling you, he would knock him out. He could walk him down and knock him out if he wanted to. I'll be honest with you. But watching this fight, I don't think anybody beats Tank. Even Frank Martin, I don't think Frank Martin beats Tank. I just don't think he beats him. There really are levels to this. You know what I'm saying? So right now they're in the corners, man. They're putting ice on Tank's back. And Ford is just kind of letting them know, man, you know, just to keep being careful, letting the shots go, but be careful because what's his name? Hector Garcia is still trying to counter Tank. Okay, the 7th round just started. In the center of the ring, Garcia is still kind of doing that thing where he's like parrying his jab. Hector Garcia, he's fighting dirty now. Trying to hit Tank with an elbow, the referee caught it. Tank pointed it out. I told you, he's getting desperate. I'm gonna go ahead and say I think Hector Garcia gonna lose a point. I think they're gonna take a point from Hector Garcia before the fight's over. Because he's starting to get desperate. Yeah, he threw a little uppercut, he didn't land it. He tried to get a little uppercut through on Tank. Tank's just holding his position, holding his ground. Got a high guard, closing the distance. He's coming down real low. That's Tank. He's coming down really low. Do a chopping left, overhand left. He just caught those shots on his elbows. So lucky, good uppercut by Tank. Tank. If he would have landed that right hook, he would have knocked Garcia's head off into the balcony. Damn. They're trading now. Garcia and Tank both just landed hard shots. They're trading now. Tank's moving back a little bit. Oh, the Dominican fighting dirty. The Dominican fighting dirty. He putting his elbow in the back of Gervonta Davis' neck. I told you. You start fighting dirty, man. Dominican getting desperate now. Ooh, damn. Tank just stepped back and threw a counter uppercut, man. Just barely missed. But that Dominican fighter starting to fight dirty, man. I'll tell you, they're gonna take a point from his ass. Because he can't do to Tank what he did to Cobra. I think Tank there you go, Tank just landed left hand. Ooh, shit. Good right hook by Gervonta Davis. Right hook, left hand. Left hand. Tank touching him up now. Good jab by Tank. Okay, 1-2. Garcia step back. Garcia's landing a pretty good jab. Tank, get that 1-2. It's just a matter of time for Tank lands, I'm telling you. Well, he lands really clean, and he puts down the Dominican. Garcia letting his hands go too, but there's just not enough on there. He just don't have enough on there, man. Enough steam on his punches. He's fighting to survive, man. He's not trying to win. When you get hit like that, what's his name? Tank Davis? You just see the person's energy and whatever their goal was in the fight. Like he doesn't even care anymore. He's just trying to survive, man. Like really, that's kind of what's happening right now. Tank is just stalking him down. Garcia will let go a little jab, maybe a 1-2 on occasion. But Tank is just, it really looks like a sparring session now. Tank is just walking him down, letting his hands go. And I tell you, the shot that's really been working for Tank is when he's walking him down, he'll dip to his right and then come up with an uppercut. But he's throwing it like it's like a hook uppercut, but he's throwing it to Garcia's body. And when he comes up with that and Garcia bends over, the Tank comes with the overhand left and kind of chopping him on the top of the head. But I think in this round, this is round 8? Yeah, it's round 8. I think at any time now, Tank's gonna knock him out. At any time now, Tank's gonna knock him out. The rounds aren't close, you know. But Hector Garcia is showing that he's durable. It's also showing that he knows he's losing. That's why he's starting to do a little shady stuff for him. But I think this is gonna be a round where Tank drops him. Because they're both letting their hands go. And once you let your hands go, oh, good uppercut by Tank. Oh, there's a fight going on in big ass fight going on in the stands. Referee stopping the fight because there's a fight going on in the crowd. Big ass fight going on in the crowd. The referee, why did stop the fight, man? You can't stop the fight because there's a fight going on in the crowd. Let the damn fight go on, man. Yeah, they stopped the damn fight because there's a fight in the crowd. Oh, this is stupid, man. If they let the goddamn parachute man land in the damn ring with Vander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe, shit, these guys fighting outside the ring shouldn't stop the fight. Shit, the only reason the fight stopped is because of Vander. I know, you know. It's because Vander looked up and saw this big-ass fan coming into the ring with a man with a parachute. They stopped the fight, man. Because there's shit going on in the crowd. Meek Mill caused the fight. Y'all know who that rapper is? Yeah. You know who that rapper is, Meek Mills? Oh, look, there's Gary, the Russells. Look, Steven Espinoza, he in the middle of the shit too. What the hell is Espinoza doing? But it's the Gary Russell brothers. The Gary Russell brothers were involved. Steven Espinoza was involved. Some shit about Meek Mills. Man, this is ignorant, man. Absolutely. Okay, so they're starting to fight now. They're starting to back. That gave Garcia a good break. Watch Garcia come in here now and fight his heart out. Yeah, they were fighting in the crowd, man. Some shit took off in the crowd, man, and you just seeing people scattering. And Gervonta Davis started looking at the ring. And then he stopped fighting and backed up into the corner. And then the referee turned around to see what was going on. And then he realized there was a brouhaha taking place out there. And the referee stopped the fight until they resolved what was going on outside. He shouldn't have stopped the fight. He shouldn't have stopped the fight. He should have let him fight. Let the people outside the ring take care of that. Let the commissioner, Tank just called. Let the commissioner come now and say, hey, stop the fight. But the referee shouldn't have, he should have just let him keep fighting, man. That gave Hector Garcia newfound energy, man. Fools always fighting in the crowd, man. What the hell wrong? That's horrible. Always fighting in the damn crowd. Stupid, man. Next thing you know, you get some shooting and shit going on out there. And this is being broadcasted, pay-per-view event, Showtime, Espinoza in the crowd. But he looked like he used to that kind of shit. Espinoza wasn't looking too uncomfortable. He was out there like, everybody calm down. But the Gary Russell brothers were there kind of running their mouths a little bit, so I don't know what happened. Tank touching up, I see it now. Yeah, Gervonta touching him up now. Garcia trying to fight. But, good. He's out of there. Knock him out. Oh, shit. Fight's over. Get him. Garcia's out on his feet. Oh, shit. Fight's over. Get him. Fight's over. Get him, Tank. Fight's over. Get him, Tank. Oh, shit. Fight's over. Drop him. Oh, shit. The bell saved Garcia. God damn, he was out on his feet. He's lost. Garcia's hurt. He's in another world, man. They need to stop the fight. Don't let Garcia come out. They need to stop the fight right now. They need to stop the fight. Don't let that man come out. Garcia is sitting there saying, where am I? Que paso aquí? Like, he talking Spanish in the corner. He like, what shot was that hit me? Remember AJ, when Andy Ruiz touched him up? He was like, what shot was that? That's what Garcia saying. Look, oh my God. It was a left hand. That left hand messed him up. Oh my God, that was a vicious left hand. I wish I could show y'all what happened, man. Oh, they hit him with that left hand, then he came up with another left hand, then a body shot, then upstairs with the left hand again. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. He ain't come out. He ain't come out the ring. He ain't come out the corner. They stopped the fight. Hector Garcia not coming off the stool. Damn. He quit. Gervonta, they stopped the fight. Fight's over. Damn. He hit that man so hard. Yeah, he quit. He hit that man so hard, and he didn't want to come out the damn corner. Shit, because at the end of that round, Hector Garcia was walking to the wrong corner. Damn, man. Damn. Yeah, he was out, man. He was out. Like I said, he didn't know where he was. When he came back to the corner, I could tell what he was saying. He was like, I saw him saying like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Anthony Joshua. Yep. Hell yeah, man. That's crazy. Man, I'm trying to think the last time you seen somebody get hit so hard that they just say, nah, I don't want no more. Like, he got hit so hard, but he just said, nah, I don't want no more. God damn. Hell yeah, that's a different type of power, man. Yeah. He called him Hector Garcia, Tomato King. Victor called Hector Garcia a lemon. That's hilarious, man. Tank Davis hit him so hard that man didn't know where he was, and he didn't want to come out the corner. He said he can't see. I tell you what, Tank's over there checking on him right now. Yeah, you can tell Tank have a lot of respect for him. But it's that they're showing the replays right now. It's that left hand. Yeah, Garcia was trying to go to the Hector Garcia was going over to the wrong corner. Now he's there and he's saying something. He's saying something like what happened? I don't know what the hell he's saying. But they putting a bunch of ice on his head. Yeah, he got hurt. He got hurt bad. That's a hey, when you hit like that, and Gervonta Davis didn't even look like he had to punch his glove on and he knocked that dude out, man. Oh, he said he can't see? Yeah. That's crazy. He hit him so hard that he stopped being able to see. Tank Davis is just on a whole nother level, man. That's why I think even Tank Davis, it's like Deontay Wilder, man. Ryan Garcia, hell yeah. Tank Davis gonna knock Ryan Garcia out. He gonna knock Ryan Garcia out. Yeah, go play baseball. Hell yeah. I think young. My brain all over the place right now. I think Tank Davis will knock Ryan Garcia's ass out. Because when you hit like that, it's like they say, like Deontay Wilder. Gervonta hit him so hard, he turned blind. Don't play boxing. Hell yeah. Yeah. I hope they interview him and he says what happened. But he hit that man so hard, he was walking to the other corner. The referee had to stop him. And he was still trying to push through the referee to go to the corner. The referee had to push him into his corner. And when he got to his corner, he said, I guess he said, I can't see. That's crazy. That's crazy. I did not expect that. Damn, Gervonta Davis. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely correct, Mercedes, man. That's the same thing. Got hit, got hurt, wouldn't come out to get finished. Absolutely, Crawford and Porter, it's the exact same thing. Got hurt, went to the corner, and didn't come out because he knew he'd get finished. But to be quite honest with you, I think Hector Garcia was in worse shape than Sean Porter. Because Hector Garcia was over in the corner, man. He ain't know what the hell was going on. And, he's waving his hand. So Hector Garcia is waving his hand like, nah. Like, no, I don't want to go out there. Damn. That little, like I said, man, Gervonta Davis looking like little Bow Wow with them pigtails in his head, or he looking like Toadstool from Mario and shit. But that joker got some powerful hands, man. He got some powerful, powerful hands. You hit a man, he laughing. When you hit somebody that damn hard, damn. Did his sight come back? I don't know if his sight came back yet, man. Damn, man, that's crazy. Oh yeah, his sight came back. He walking around the ring now with a towel around his neck. WBA lightweight champion. They got enough belts floating around, don't they? They need to just stop with the bull crap and make Tank Davis versus Devin Haney. I know he about to fight Ryan Garcia. It's in April too, if you guys didn't know. Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fighting in April.
All right, Morrow, thank you very much. Tank, congratulations.
But maybe, Ryan Garcia can fight. But I think the first 4 rounds could be interesting because of Garcia's speed. Yeah, hell yeah, it's too many belts.
He was hurt bad. He a fighter, so he didn't want to show it.
I don't know if y'all can hear this.
I know he was hurt though.
And we're told he couldn't see out of his right eye. We will attempt to talk to Hector in just a moment. How would you assess?
So Garcia couldn't see out of his right eye.
I feel as though I got stuff to work on, but
Yeah.
everything.
I didn't know he lost sight in his right eye.
I'm not retired, so I'm cup number 4. I'm always winning to learn.
Okay. Tank said he's gonna go back, keep training. He got more to learn. And he said that he knew that Hector Garcia was hurt bad.
Did that change the complexion of the fight when you were able to start connecting?
Yes, and also that's why I couldn't throw like a lot of shots because of I was trying to beat him mentally.
Okay, so Tank Davis said
You know, with my hands and
he,
my eyes and things like that. Because he's a top fighter. You know what I
he
mean?
said he was trying to beat Garcia mentally. That's why he wasn't letting a lot of shots go. He was trying to beat him mentally, just with his eyes and his pressure.
A little bit, because I don't fight so hard that often, but
Yeah.
it's okay. It's a part of
He said fighting him was a little bit awkward because he doesn't fight southpaws that often. Now he's talking about Ryan Garcia.
which is scheduled to take place.
I don't know if y'all can hear this, but I'm gonna try to be quiet so you can hear what he's
Is
saying.
that your plan, and is it on track?
God willing, man. I'm ready for the fight. It's scheduled for April. I'm here. He's been training, been talking, and let's see who's ready about that.
Will you get that deal done?
Okay, he said he's ready for Ryan Garcia in April.
Of course, on my end, I'm ready. I'll be in the gym Monday. Well, not Monday. I'll probably take a week off, but I'll be back for sure. Soon.
Finally, Tank, you said this
Tank
week.
Davis said he's gonna be back in the gym in a week. Start training for Ryan.
How do you avoid that happening going forward?
Bring my people in close.
Realize-
People in close. Listen to my coach. Listen to how I am.
They're talking to him
Just
about
stay focused. You know what I mean?
how to
There's a lot
avoid
of bumps
trouble.
on the road, but as long as we stay focused together, I feel as though that's how I stay. I make the longevity in this sport.
He's asking about
28-26.
how to stay out of trouble.
Thank you.
And he said that if, in order for him to stay out of trouble, he got to keep his team close, stay close to Al Heyman.
Why you could not continue?
Now they're talking to Hector Garcia. Asked him what happened to his right eye.
En la cabeza. Y me cegó.
When he got the shots to the head at the final, near the final bell in that round, that's when the eye just he couldn't see from it.
He said he got hit in the head at the end of the round. He couldn't see out of his right eye. He hit him so hard in his head, he lost the vision in his right eye.
Porque él recibió ese golpe. No sabe dónde estaba, realmente, no sabía.
I didn't know where I was. I mean, when he hit me with that shot, my head still hurts. My vision is back, but that's what happened. I didn't know where I was. It was
Yeah, you're right, man. I'm telling you, man. The right opponent, shit, from 140, 147, maybe 154. Tank can beat those guys. Tank can beat them. What's his name? Garcia said. He said he didn't know where he was. Yeah, Tank must have, man, not must have. He hit hard. He hit hard.
Hector, thank you. We hope you're all right. Appreciate it.
He hit that man so hard, the top of his head, that he lost the vision in his eye.
Everybody involved because Hector Garcia said he could not see out of his right eye.
That's crazy.
Tank Davis knew he was in for about
That's
what
crazy.
the fight trained so hard, and now
That's crazy.
that gets us closer to a potential
Damn, boy.
fight between
Could you imagine?
and Ryan Garcia.
He hit him so hard in the top of his head that he lost vision in his right eye. Yeah, I agree with you, Jake. Ryan Garcia is in trouble. But for those of you who are still on here, right? We know he's trying to fight Ryan Garcia in February. But let's be real. Do you think Tank's going to get beyond this February court date? I think Tank, I'm not wishing it on him. I think Tank going to go to jail, man, for that car accident. I don't think Tank going to get to Ryan Garcia in April. Actually, he may. I think he's going to go to court in February. He's going to get sentenced to some jail time. How much, I don't know. He'll have the Ryan fight in April, and then he'll have sentencing somewhere later this year. That's what I think is going to happen. Because you know that, remember that hit and run crap that he went through, right? That hit and run crap, that's not over. He was supposed to have the 2-day trial in December. So what they did is they just pushed it out so he could have this fight and train, and they pushed it to February. Okay, so there were several people in that vehicle. Most of them took money, but there's one in particular, she didn't take the money. Okay, so she was like, nah, we need to teach him a lesson. She's the one who was saying that when they hit their vehicle, and they were getting ready to flee the scene. She was in the car. She was pregnant. She locked eyes with Tank Davis and was like, "Please don't leave us here. Help me." And she said Tank looked at her and he ran off. So when she was in the courtroom telling her story, is a female judge as well. And, of course, the girl got emotional and stuff. And she was like, she didn't think it was fair for him to get sentenced to unrestricted house arrest for a year or 2 years, right? And the judge said, I agree with you. I think there needs to be something more severe to teach him a lesson. And that's when the judge said, we're going to reconvene in December for a 2-day trial. But that trial has been pushed to February. So when the judge said that told me they about to stick it to Gervonta Davis. So some people are saying they feel like that young lady, they're just hanging on to try to get as much money out of Gervonta Davis as possible. But I think she's kind of lost her right to just come out here and pursue more money. I think this judge is gonna stick it to him. But there's only 4 of y'all left on here. Let me know what y'all think before we end this live. Because I think Gervonta Davis is gonna get sentenced to some jail time. But it's gonna come up real soon because his trial date's in February. And I don't think they're gonna be able to push it back again. So if somebody if you respond, let me know what you think about that. Gervonta Davis, man, got the stoppage, but let me know what you think about him going to jail. Or getting sentenced to jail in February. If you're not up on the story, I mean, that's cool too, let me know. But I've done a lot of videos on it. But that's what Gervonta did. That's the real fight for Gervonta Davis, is what's going to happen to him in February when he goes to see that damn judge. So I'll see if somebody responds. We should have some good fights in 23. Yeah, 23 gonna be a good year. I think we're gonna have some good fights. As long as these sanctioning bodies work together and figure out which mandatory is gonna get a shot at these unified champions, then I think it'll be fun. But other than that, if they don't work together, they'll start stripping these guys because they'll be pushing 2 mandatories on a unified champion at the same time, and it's impossible for him to defend against both. But yeah, I think he may get 30 days. I hope they do him something like Mayweather, 30 days, 60, nothing more than that, but I just don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Hell no, man. Boots got exposed, man. He got exposed. And I've been saying it. Let me tell you, when I do some of these videos, man, people be going crazy, attacking me, man, for what I'm saying. I told you, man, Boots passes the eye test, but what happens when he deals with adversity? He dealt with some tonight, and, he showed that he's a good fighter, but I don't think he's ready for Crawford, and I definitely don't think he's ready for Spence. I think he needs to get in there with like a Thurman, somebody like that, but Ugas. But he ain't gonna beat Ugas. I'm telling you right now, Boots Ennis is not going to beat Ugas. It's not going to happen. Anybody out there who think differently, I mean, that's cool. But after watching that, I'm telling you, he's not gonna beat Ugas. He's not beating Ugas. Boots has some work to do. Thurman is the fight to make. Thurman has so many options, but Thurman wants $10 million. That's the problem. If you want to fight Thurman wants $10 million. He already said that. That's like what Adrian Broner was calling for. Shit, Adrian Broner like, I'll fight anybody, give me $10 million. So they kind of, they outpriced themselves, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. But I think that's that, man. Y'all keep cool. I'm going to try to go live Monday through Friday. I'm going to try to decide what time I'm going to do it. But I'll make sure I put it out there so y'all know. Go live and see if we can make this thing work, man. Mr. Andre fight. Does he have a chance against Benavidez? No. Andre doesn't have a chance against... Andre is in a bad position. He just is. I kind of feel bad for him because I don't think he's big enough for 168. Yeah, Benavidez versus Plant, that's the fight. But Andre, he needs to be down at 160. 160, 154, that's where he needs to be. 168, he just, I just don't think he could be, I don't think he'll fare well. Maybe with Jamal Charlo, because Jamal Charlo has he has a little bit of a different style. He's coming off of being inactive, but Jamal's not going to come off of damn near 2 years of not fighting. And Jamal's not going to jump in there with Andre. With Benavidez and Caleb Plant, you got Benavidez over Caleb Plant? I think so too, but I didn't know Caleb Plant was left-handed. See, that's the thing. It's like Miguel Cotto, you know, he's left-handed. Oscar De La Hoya is left-handed. So that's why when Caleb Plant hit what's his name, Darrell, with that left hook, that double left hook, and knocked him out cold, it's because he's left-handed. I did not know that. That's why when he's out here thinking these guys are pillow-fisted because their backhand, right hand, is not his power hand. That's why he sat down on that punch and let that left hand go. He knocked him out cold because he's left-handed. I did not know that. I don't think Darrell knew that shit either. Otherwise, he would have been paying attention to that damn that left hook. It's like Cotto and De La Hoya. You know, those guys are naturally left-handed fighters. Left-handed, you know. So when they hit you with that hook, you know, they short fuse you. That was crazy. That was crazy. But as far as Andre, yeah, I don't think he. I give him maybe 1 or 2 more fights with Showtime and they drop him. To me, Andre need to go to BLK Prime. He need to go over there and get him a 8-figure 1-year deal, 3 fights, so he can pick whatever fighter he wants. That's what I think he should do, because I just don't think he's gonna get any opportunities to fight anybody. Yeah, everybody need to go over to Black Prime or BLK Prime, whatever. The new DAZN, you know, they need to go over there and get that money. Because I just think for these guys whose career is at the tail end, you know, these major networks, they don't want to mess with them, man. You know, and it's like with that video I did talking about guarantees. Let me tell y'all something, right? I know it's late and shit, but I'm gonna say this before I end this video, right? They're paying these guys on a curve to make it look like they're taking care of these fighters. Let me tell you something. A fighter gets say $500,000 or $1 million guaranteed. That's a joke when you look at what Cotto and those guys were getting back in the day. I don't know how Crawford should fight next if it's not Spence. Okay, well, I'm gonna continue what I'm saying, but let me tell you about Crawford. Crawford's gonna have to fight Alexis Rocha. You just watch. He's gonna fight Alexis Rocha because of just how the WBO ranking is. But as far as these guarantees, you look at Miguel Cotto was making $15 million guarantees. We all know about Floyd's crazy guarantees, Mosley's guarantees, you know, and I get it. Those days are over because the type of pay-per-view that they were doing back then, these networks could almost guarantee or ensure they would do a certain amount of numbers. So no matter what, those guys are getting paid big money. So you look at what's going on today. They're giving these guys a $1 million guarantee. Then they are hoping that pay-per-view does decent, right? Yeah, it's a joke. So let's say the pay-per-view does a couple $100,000 to where on top of that 1 million, they could give them, let's say 4 or 5 million more. So now it looks like they're getting a 400 or 500% increase in their fight purse. Now, if I don't tell you how much money someone makes, and I'm like, look, with the way pay-per-view is performing, we can give them a 500% increase in their fight purse. That sounds like a lot. But when you think about a 1 million guarantee with the BS pay-per-view numbers, those guys walking away instead of 1 million, 5 million, but when you compare that to what guys were getting back during the Mayweather Cotto era, $15 million guarantees, that's a joke. But when you grade that when you do that on a curve, it makes it look like these guys are now making really, really good money when in fact they're not. You know, it's all manipulation, man. And some of these fighters, I think, you look at what happened to Deontay Wilder. This man got, I think, like a 1.5 million guarantee for Hellenius. Yeah, I agree. I think, yeah, I'm sure he was paying attention. If he wasn't, he's stupid because Tank Davis is just different. But before I end this, you look at Deontay Wilder. He got that 1.5 for Hellenius. Man didn't even sell 70. He didn't even sell 80,000 pay-per-view sales. Someone talking about Deontay Wilder supposed to walk away with like 20, 30, 40 million. I doubt Deontay Wilder walked away with not even 5 million for that fight. Not at least from the pay-per-view and the live gate and everything. So it's really unfortunate what's going on. But, you know, hell, you know, I got a Fire Stick. Everybody's watching the legal streams and everything else, and they're not putting the money into these fighters. You know what I'm saying? And I can't blame them because, hey, I love fighting, but shit, it's only so much goddamn pay-per-view that I'm, so much damn money I'm going to spend on that pay-per-view as well. So y'all can unsubscribe to my channel if you think I'm wrong for that, but I am what I am, and if you all about the Fire Stick, hit me up. I have a connection for you. That'd be Wilder turned on that $100 million deal done. Yeah, he did turn on that 100. But you talking about with AJ? Yeah, inflation is. It is. It's crazy, man. We can't keep our edge. I don't care what they're saying, man. It don't matter how good life is, man. Who the hell want to keep spending every other week $75 for pay-per-view, man? You know how much lobster and shrimp that is I can buy and cook for my sons, man? I ain't got time for that shit. But I think for Deontay Wilder, with AJ, yeah. They didn't treat Deontay Wilder correctly, man. You know, they really didn't treat Deontay Wilder correctly, man. When he went over there, they didn't want to give him. They just want to give him a flat rate. And don't get me wrong, 40 million, 50 million, whatever, that's a lot of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but they would never tell him how much money AJ was going to make. And that's what ultimately caused the collapse of that deal. And DAZN even came out later and said that they were wrong for what they did. They did. They said they didn't treat Deontay Wilder right, and that's why the deal didn't happen. Oh, they got you for that $99, huh? Floyd and Pack. That's crazy, $100. You know what, man? I don't know where I was at when that fight happened, man. I don't know if I think I was still in the military at that. I was still in the military at that time. I may have been in Okinawa. Yeah, I may have been in Okinawa at that time, at a Kadena Air Base in Okinawa. And we got all those fights for free over there. That's one thing about when you're overseas in the military, and you're on a military installation. You saw that one on the stick. Yeah, those fights are just free. So you can watch them on any, they call it Armed Forces Network. You just watch all the pay-per-view fights for free. That's just one of the incentives of being overseas. Something they do to help with morale. Any event that's on pay-per-view, sporting-wise, it's all free. So when I was over in Okinawa, I got to see all those fights for free. Yeah. What's that? IRU, Sonny, whatever. You smart. They dodge that bullet, that pay-per-view bullet anytime you can, man. But that being said, man, for those of you who are remaining, I appreciate you guys hanging in there and watching the fight with me, man. I'm going to go on and relax. I'll be back on. That's right. That's right. It's different. They do things differently in other countries, man. Here stateside, man, they'll suck your eyeballs out, won't they? They'll get your eyeballs, man. When they start trying to come for your damn wallet, man, they'll take everything. They'll take so much from you that your eyeballs pop out. It's crazy. But that being said, I'm a roll, man. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents, man. Really appreciate y'all hanging in there. I'm in the breeze.